Good afternoon or evening. Welcome to the semifinals, top four of a new tournament this year. 216, sponsored by the 216 podcast, hosted by the one and only Fear Agent. We have the 216 podcast co-op Crosskeys. This is actually the second stage of the tournament. I believe 42 teams started off battling in a 6-week Swiss stage process. Top four got to survive, and we are actually looking at the number 2 and number 3 seeds that came out of the Swiss portion. We do best of top four, best of 3 series, and entrance has really taken off, I think, in probably the last, let's say, like 6 to 8 months or whatnot. And so everyone's gotten just so much better. Entrance now, you see like 5 pings a day in Target Discord for pickup races. So competition is pretty stiff. And of course, looking at the names on the screen today, we've got Team the Marty Carry featuring zelgadissan versus Doctor-Marty-0 versus Jimmy and Jimon featuring Alaszun and Goomba, both 5-1, sorry, excuse me, in their Swiss matches, and now they get to face each other. I'm scared. I don't know who's going to take off, but it's going to be one heck of a match. Of course, I'm Claire Mouse. Joined with me on commentary is, of course, the one and only host, Fear Agent himself. Tracking for us today is very familiar faces, veteran trackers, Iker and Windfox. Fear, are you ready to kick this off?
Yo, I am so ready. Welcome to the 216 podcast. I'm your. I'm just kidding. We are
perfect. I'm ready. I'm ready to Fear. I'm gonna ask them how they handle
trick interview. Yeah, this is a trick interview. I'm just here to interview Claire Mouse, and we're gonna do it while these 4 racers are racing. No, this is gonna be super fun. We've had 6 weeks of Swiss. It's been a blast. I love playing co-op just in general, but co-op Crosskeys has been so much fun. And now we're doing the top 4, and we're off. And so the beginning is the most hectic, right? Like there's so much information coming at you right away, because you're just hitting like those Kakariko entrances. Oh, it looks like Escape is at the Lumberjack house.
Okay. Yeah, that's man. If only we had a weapon. See, this is also part of the havoc, right? It's so Goomba is really struggling here to try and get a drop here from Lake Hylia shopper area. Okay, we found Escape, we found Hera. Really great locations to come back to later when we got some more resources. Did actually spy both on Alaszun and Marty's side. Yeah, the Rupee Crab was dropping bombs. I think Tier 1 Triple also was dropping bombs. So at least we. So Fear, how's your escape? How's your bomb escape? How's your Hera hitting switches with bombs?
Yeah, it's so slow. You just come back when you have something that's a little bit more manageable. But we're seeing a couple different starts. We see Goomba go from Link's house and Alaszun go from Sank. We see the same split from Zelga and Doctor-Marty-0, but Zelga did I don't want to say it's the old strat, but the guaranteed
classic
money strat.
Yeah, and certainly and the meta of Crosskeys has certainly kind of changed over the years. I remember, I think even Crosskeys maybe even as late as 2021 maybe. Houlihan fake flipping to the potion shop and getting this stuff and then hoolihaning was probably 75% plus of the people who ended up doing this opening. And and slowly but surely like people started doing Sank Star, and that used to be so like nobody does Sank Star. Everyone just
Yep. Well, with co-op you get to split it up, so
that's right. Yeah.
We see Gannon over at the useless fairy there, so that's good information. Skull Woods early on.
Oh, Skull Woods early on, yes. No small key, no small key, no sword. That's probably for the better. I don't really know if anyone is really rushing to go
no fire
over
source.
To.
Yeah, you need quite a few things to get to mob. Boomerang, early boomerang is nice. I like having an early boomerang when you don't have any other weapon.
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, like the boomerang is actually pretty underrated. A lot of people, especially when they get the hook shot, they're like, "Oh, we don't need the boomerang anymore." Which as Zelga walks in, to Hera, of course, I don't think they've seen it yet. On their side, Goomba, I think, found on their side. Suddenly that boomerang is looking pretty dang good.
So Alaszun and Goomba approaching Kakariko from the north and the south. Both have cash. I don't think either one of them hoolihan.
Yeah, it looks like Marty must have found some 300 somewhere. Yeah, Zelgo's the only one who is his hands. It's very possible though that like Goomba and Alaszun just kind of converged into something. But I mean, also this is also co-op. You know, it's also
Yep.
hard to kind of keep track of all four screens at the same time.
The big thing is
Uh,
keeping track of those keys, right? A lot of times we're
True.
seeing
Oh,
co-op
for sure.
entrance. It's usually in the league and it's usually retrants, so you don't have to pay attention to the small keys. This is just cross keys. You gotta have all the keys that you need, the small keys and the big keys. So making sure you have a good way of communicating and tracking those is hugely important. I mean, these teams have
Yeah,
done
yeah.
it through 6 weeks. Alaszun and Goomba and Zelga and Doctor-Marty only have one loss through
That's
these guys.
right. And fun fact, I mean, and maybe not all that surprising. Their one loss actually is to the one team that actually went 6-0. It is Schulzer and Tato, Team
Wow.
Trofig. I mean, ironically, their name is I looked it up, so it is German Team Trofig. I hope I said that right. It actually means like sadness or like remorse. and you know they're 6-0 in like the in 216 co-op Crosskeys, right?
That's hilarious.
So nothing to be sad about. Speaking of nothing to be sad about here, we are in Duster Palace. Marty actually decided going in. Alaszun saw it, decided to nope one out. Yeah, but it looks like kind of at least the three of them, Marty, Alaszun, and Goomba, are kind of just chill out in Kakariko. Zelga being the maverick, decides to go of all people going to venture over to the Eastern Palace area.
Right. I don't think we really seen anything. I know we saw the swamp entrance. I'm not sure exactly.
Oh yeah,
where
I did
that
see that too.
Maybe over in Eastern.
By the
But
way,
can't do
continue.
anything with that for a while.
Yeah, and I guess I know the hints haven't been on for quite some time for Crosskeys, but I think at some point hints were on, maybe back in like the way early days, maybe 2019, maybe 2020. But at some point they kind of phased out hints, and so you kind of do see people even if they don't drain the dam or they haven't found the dam yet, they still go in for the hint. But I mean, it's yeah, they're not relevant this time.
Yep. We see the Fairy Ascension cave over on Doctor-Marty side, and he's just going right through.
Oh, speaking of the dam, though.
You're right away. I really like to see how different runners and different teams approach connectors.
Yeah. I mean, it certainly seems very different. Like if you're playing solo, because I know that a lot of people are pretty actually, the more experience you have, probably the more opinion you are about. If I see a connector, I follow it, right? It's like, okay, it's the first connector I see, I go follow it, right? If I don't ever follow connectors, right? But I think for co-op, well, you have another person to consider, right? As part of your strategy. So. And certainly there's nothing really also static about the strategy. You don't have to necessarily stick to one thing, right, and just go with it. It's nice to have a script, but you can always ad lib. Yeah. Just depending on the situation, right? I think that's one of the hallmarks of randomizer is you try and come up with a plan, and then if it doesn't work out, you just gotta adjust. Iker, one of our trackers, saying we have flippers.
Was it in Spec Rock? I'm guessing that's where Goomba just came down. Yeah. Okay. So nice. You could see them from the Spec Rock entrance. Couldn't get to them yet. I'm waiting for the day for someone to figure out a way to get across that gap.
Yeah.
Without hovering. Right. So it's gonna happen. Ooh, there's the lamp.
Well, that is a very fortunate pickup. Unfortunate for Doctor-Marty, though. Okay, I don't know what his bunny sprite is, but it is no match for a Dark World bird. Don't try and pick a fight.
Yeah, that's cool.
You would think that a dog would actually be able to hold his own, right? But no. Don't try and pick a fight.
Murder dactyls. No.
Yeah.
Are we seeing? Did they find the desert small? Or are we seeing a key steal here?
Oh, okay. So I know that Alaszun did find the back of desert. I think it was a key steal. I didn't see. I mean, certainly, I definitely trust our trackers too. I don't see a desert small.
Okay, so it was a key steal. So we're gonna see a reset. We saw the 2 items. They're trash. We don't need to worry about that. But we might need that key. So.
Interceptor. Okay. Well, thanks. Yeah. Well, I was gonna say thanks, chat. For helping us out with all these sprites. I haven't actually seen Marty's, I think, sprite all that off that commonly, but it's really glad to see some recognition here.
Okay, so we haven't seen the well yet. The well and I think Lumberjack are the 2
okay.
drop downs we haven't seen. And one of them's at Sank and one of them's at the pyramid.
Okay. That's good to know. I mean, certainly, I guess like the good news, or at least like the well is not behind Aga 1. Like it's not at the Lumberjack position. Right. So at least you have some potential. Although, I mean, it also could just be behind Aga 2, which I mean, I don't know if that's better. Well, okay, it sounds like I think it is better, but
It's
better is
probably
that
better,
is
right? Like
yeah, but
you're
it's
more
very
incentivized to
relative. Keep
climb.
that in mind.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
not good, but it's better. Oh no, I don't know if Marty meant to do that. He killed the bush crab, but you know what? It doesn't matter because he has 6 bombs and he's just gonna go into the dam entrance. It's fine. What about Super Bunny? Is that gonna be something that he's gonna follow? Looks like it is. Yeah, we're kind of right now though. I mean, I'm okay. Just like probably any regular Crosskeys seed, the start can be just a bit more exploratory, a little bit slower pace. Um, Potentially for co-op, just because you get kind of you hopefully going to spread out the coverage a bit more. You get more opportunities to find kind of like a big ticket item, but kind of based on the stuff that we've seen on all 4 screens. Well, I mean the flippers are nice to have, but we can't even get them. I mean, other than that though, it seems kind of stingy, slim pickings right now.
Yeah.
Some of the more scarier times, though, for when looking at Alaszun's screen, he is in Turtle Rock. Okay, so he does have his trusty boomerang, which is
That's
better
his
than
boomerang.
nothing.
Yeah.
I'm also
It's not stealing the key.
how
We're just gonna use the key that we've got here.
okay, because
Yeah.
I'm kind of looking like, how is he gonna kill this Pokey?
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
not killing
actually
that.
know.
The moon
Oh
pearl
my
is locked
gosh!
behind 4 Turtle Rock small
Oh
keys,
my
right?
gosh, dude, what the heck?
Yeah.
Okay, well, can I just take back my statement from like 30 seconds before?
Wow.
We have found our first major piece of aggression, which is in the incredibly dangerous Turtle Rock lava chest, and you are absolutely correct, Fear. It is blocked by 4. Dude, where are these keys?
I know. I mean, that could be insane.
I mean, certainly a very great early find for Alaszun. Sure, I'm sure he's already communicated that to his partner Goomba. We're seeing the benefit of the boomerang, by the way, in theory, because as soon as these chomps get out of the way, he doesn't have to spin any more bombs.
Oh, there's
Oh,
one
look,
of them. So we've already got 2.
You're right, yeah. Oh,
So it's like it's one of those things where it's like, yes, it's a weird spot, but everyone checks that, right? Like no one ever.
Everyone, okay. I mean, okay. You know what? This is top 4 of the co-op Crosskeys, so like
Everyone's
everyone,
checking. Yes, they're checking lava chest for sure, especially when you already have a key. It's just one of those logical things. You're just always like keeping in the back of your mind, like, okay, so this item is locked by all 4 keys. You just have to keep that.
Yeah, I mean that's certainly true. And as we're kind of seeing, okay, so in this case, I think it was Goomba or something like that who reminded me, at least that there was also TR Small. That the TR Small was on Bottle Merchant, so they have plenty of money to do that. We've already found the second one. That was Vanilla in Chomp's chest. So like, yeah, I mean they're probably showing up somewhere, right?
Yeah, that's the one dungeon where it's like most of the times you need one, at most one, key. There are a lot of times you'll just find the different entrances. You find Laser Bridge. You'll find,
yeah.
Well, there's times where you might need a couple of keys, but for the most part, when it comes to entrances, entrance in Turtle Rock, you'll be fine with 1 or 2 keys.
I definitely, I mean, especially in this case, especially in co-op, you probably have a little bit more planning time available to you as well, right? You guys could have saw that in this case, Alaszun stole the desert small key, right? And Safe Scum did when he didn't find anything on the right side desert. And this is that option is much more appealing when you have a buddy too. Sometimes it's like, man, do I want to do this right now? But I mean, worst case, your buddy can back you up.
Yeah, totally. Where was that Turtle Rock entrance that he found? Do we know?
That is a great question.
Okay.
I will trust either Iker or Winfox too, maybe, or chat even for that matter, to kind of help us out.
How do you feel about bunny walking?
Ooh, bunny walking. Okay, so I know that some people, again, are very opinionated on this. Some people just refuse to bunny walk. Some people will bunny walk a lot of times. I've heard also, I will bunny walk to one entrance location and then I'm done. So with personally, and don't take any actual confidence in this because I'm not running Crosskeys. But like if I have the boots, I would bunny walk less. But if I had no boots, then I would bunny walk more. But
I hate bunny walking, especially when you have a lot of light rolled entrances still open.
Yeah, that's also true too. Yeah, because I mean, like, so yes, you can have situations where you are forced to bunny walk. But I mean, bunny walking, you're kind of one defenseless, and also two, you also don't have any equipment. You can't use anything, you know? Like, the best case scenario is you'd be able to get Super Buddy state from somewhere, but, like, that's... you know, that doesn't happen that frequently.
Ooh, the
Oh
mirror.
my gosh, though. Yeah, alright,
Big
so that's
town
the first...
find.
By the way, did I miss Zelga going into Eastern and then going immediately out of Eastern?
Well,
I'm pretty sure I missed that.
He was a bunny, so he'd have to
Oh,
death guard.
okay. Yeah, we'll talk about not being a bunny. So Alaszun is able to go in. This, of course, you know, so I'm glad that Zelga and Marty are both. They joined the race room as the team, the Spoilers, which of course is a nod to, you know, their league team, as opposed to season 6, as opposed to league season 5, which was called the Eastern Skippers. This could be, you know, if we find something good here on Alaszun's side, you know. Especially in this case, we found the early Moon Pearl, right? This actually could be something major.
So we have found logical access to that Moon Pearl as far as Turtle Rock goes, because we don't have Hookshot or Samaria, so getting across that gap is not logic until you have that.
Okay.
But with that mirror, that gives us access to K45, which was the left side of Turtle Rock, which then gets you to Lava Chest. Now we still need 2 more keys. Put it all in logic, but at least gives us access to the
okay, all right, well, good to know.
And I saw Goomba go into Turtle Rock. I didn't see where that right side entrance was. I totally missed it. So
yeah, big same. Unfortunately. All right, I think we're gonna finish up coming on to Saha. Thank you, Iger. All right, looks like we also picked up a cave here in Eastern. Okay. Oh yeah. Also, yeah. Good. Also, you know, good observation. So I definitely we definitely caught Marty getting sniped the first time. And that was actually a little bit unfortunate too, just because, well, I mean, Zelga was still able to, you know, still get North Dark World, right? He got to Dark Lumberjack shop and found Sick Kid there and all that. But it is, you know, still a bit of a time loss, unfortunately. You know that, you know, Marty couldn't kind of do that kind of like the first go around. But of course, that being said, though, you know, again, we're kind of seeing in this case some of, you know, if you take a time, you know, if you die there by yourself, right? You're very sad because you took all this time in order to walk over to this connector and then just to, you know, just to die, right?
Yeah.
However, in co-op, you know, you got your buddy.
It still feels bad though.
Okay, yes. It never ever feels bad when you're trying to undo something and then you get interrupted, right? Because of an unforced early exit.
Okay. So when are Zelga and Marty gonna get that Moon Pearl? Because
that's a great
basically
question.
Zelga went to Eastern early and saw that the Turtle Rock entrance, right? But didn't go in, didn't have a key, didn't have a way to kill a Pokey. There was no reason to continue on. So how incentivized are they to go back there until they get?
Yeah, I
logical
also
access.
don't know.
Or, I don't know. Maybe when Zelga's doing this route, he can go in through K45.
Yeah, and I guess, you know, so the benefit maybe a little bit less pronounced, I guess, in Crosskeys because you have probably much more stuff open to them without the pearl, right? Like the pearl is probably one of one of the biggest items where if you last locate, like you're gonna find out you're gonna last locate that thing, like at least on the earlier side, so maybe it won't be as punishing. However, that being said, though, Zelga does have the mirror, which you know, I know that their third teammate Shady in League at least as part of this believes that, you know, the mirror makes Crosskeys playable, which I wholeheartedly agree.
I agree.
In this case, though, like I'm a little bit worried that it gives him too much power because we want him to we want them to funnel back into, you know, TR.
I think he will,
right?
because he's got 2 mirror checks here. He's got the left side of race game, and then he's got K45, which I think he came out of. So I don't know if he's gonna go back, but for their sake, I hope they do, because Alaszun and Goomba have got a good start here with already having that mirror. It's pretty accessible, and then having that Moon Pearl. We've seen that Zelga and Marty have already been doing bunny walking, which just loses you time whether you have the boots or not, because you can't do all of the entrances or get all the items.
Right. Yeah, like the Moon Pearl and the mirror combination is super powerful, which actually, you know, looking at Alaszun and Goomba sides, right, like they are quite, I mean, that's like they have basically, oh no,
oh, it took a death.
Took
the cape off just a little too early.
Yeah. But I mean, but like with the pearl, with the mirror though, I mean, to be able to combine light world and dark world, I mean, it's super efficient. So certainly, you know,
Zelga just skipped it. He just skipped left side Turtle Rock too. That's because that's the worst
Uh,
side to do. He has to kill the. I guess I guess either way you got to kill the Pokies, but
Yeah, it'll be. I'm right, and kind of like looking, comparing Zelga and Marty right now to Alaszun and Goomba, right? Because they do have the pearl, like kind of the more in this case, like bunny walking, that Zelga and Marty do, just like the more time is just going to, kind of slowly trickle out, and kind of give Goomba and Alaszun that edge, right? Anything that Goomba and Alaszun do in Dark World, they can do also on the flip side in Light World together, versus Zelga and Marty probably have to come back, and you can't even do stuff like Stumpy or like the game, right? So it's just kind of like eventually you are going to kind of miss out on. You have to basically double back on things.
All right, you don't have to get the kill. You don't have to get. That's right. Ike reminded me you don't have to kill the Pokies. Surprised
I
he
guess
didn't
we
come back in
haven't.
though.
Okay, yeah, but I think Zelga does have the skull turtle rock smoky that he bought from Bottom Range. I don't think he spent that yet. Oh, we did find the other desert small, I think, in Blind's hut. So, but not necessarily useful at this point. Probably logically still needed, of course, to go beat the back of desert, but I mean, it's just logic right now is just merely something you keep in the back of your head. Yeah, you don't have to necessarily worry. Ooh, okay. So we found a bottle here on Zelga's side. We have refilled our empty bottle with an empty air. But they do know where Sick Kid is. That is something else they could do.
Sure. I mean, again, not logical because he had to use the Super Bunny state to get that.
Right. And I guess we haven't really found other TR small keys yet. So, again, right, technically, like, the pearl is still not in logic. But yes,
Sure,
like...
but if you can
Oh,
have
yeah,
it,
oh,
you'll
yeah.
definitely take it.
For sure.
All right, Marty into the pod area. Maybe this gets him to do the Saha.
If he lives, oh, that would be great. Yes. Yeah.
Back of old man here.
Okay. All right. We got some access here to East Death Mountain.
The bomb shop. All right, our 5-6 are swamp and ice. Definitely need those flippers.
Oh yeah. Which I guess we're just kind of looking to some version of access, either to like the up. Oh my gosh, some sort of access to the north of the mountains, or via like, or and then like hammer and stuff, like, because we have the mirrors, we can go get the flippers, or we can basically just get something to the left side of the mountain, like the hook shot from here, or we just find another entrance up there, something like that, or we find a flutes. But yeah, those flippers are looking, pretty. I mean, they're not looking, super inaccessible at this moment. Zelga risked his life through those tech dice only to find a shop, and okay, this could be good.
Probably a TR small here.
Yeah, good point.
Ooh, the bow. Skullwood small key. Okay.
Yeah, the bow is certainly. I mean, it doesn't unlock anything immediately, but we're kind of not really and have a lot of options for offense. I don't even know how many. Okay, Zelga's got 20 arrows. I know he's very proud of his North American aim. I know that he's very confident being able to use that bow.
Yeah.
But you know what? This is better than nothing. All right, so. Also, Alaszun decided to do a little bit of Skullwoods. I didn't actually catch if the layout was good or not, or I don't guess he didn't even have the Skullwood smoky either. So
it's hard to tell what four runners are going at the same time.
Yeah, definitely understand. Yeah, but right now it certainly does look like. I mean, so like with the early pearl that Alaszun has found. I mean, just in terms of sequencing, maybe not necessarily even more conscious decisions. It's not like I think Alaszun or Goomba planned that there was going to be a pearl, and lava chest just happened to be this kind of like where things kind of led them, right?
No, getting there when they did was way more in their favor than when Zelga did it right away.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Because in this case, they also had access basically to lava chest. Yeah, but like right now, like Alaszun and Goomba have, I think, definitely an efficiency edge right now over Zelga and Marty before. I mean,
the fire rod.
Pearl. Yeah. Now, of course, that being said, though, in Zelga and Marty's adventures, they can find nicer equipment as well, like just by beating Alaszun and Goomba to
Yeah.
these locations. They can get the boots, they can get a sword, even heart containers. I mean, I don't know if Goomba even talked to the big
Oh,
fairy
wow.
in a fairy cave.
There's
We
the
got a
hammer
hammer.
that was on the castle tower. So
Oh, right, because we have pyramid access, which means we also have the top
right.
of the higher castle as well. So Marty's not gonna be able to get through the center entrance, but Alaszun, with that cape that he found in Eastern, is going to be able to. But this place
Found
is like
Saw.
loaded.
Yeah. Pod, which is the big key that everyone has found, is our a glove.
Oh my gosh, dude!
Wow.
Okay. Suddenly, Marty is looking real prime here with his glove and his hammer. He just needs that pearl in Turtle Rock. But that is a lot more access that they can basically do, right? All of the glove lock locations. I actually think there's hammer lock locations offhand. Maybe like nothing immediately comes to mind without at least without the pearl and like mitts and stuff. But I mean, like with the hammer, you still do get some access. Like if you end up finding Pod, for example, right? You can, well, with Zelga and Marty's powers combined, they can, in this case, like logically, at least get
Yeah.
through the Bollock side. That being said, Zelga, I'm sure, and I don't know if Marty can mimic Lip, but it is more access to the back of Pod.
So Marty came out of the pod entrance. Do you remember how he got there?
Sadly, no. I remember Goomba coming out of that entrance as well. But yes, I unfortunately do not remember.
Already up on the mountain now. We'll be able to rescue the old man.
I think Zelga had much better luck with the bow actually than these bombs.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, we got there. Mini Moldorm Cave is pretty rough.
There's another Turtle Rock small.
All right, well, I mean, the more TR smalls we get, the more there's gonna be pushing them over to Turtle Rock, hopefully. You really gotta be, kind of suspicious after a while. Just like, when the game suddenly hands you like 5 pod keys, you're like, okay, let's go into pod whenever we find it, type of thing.
One of the Turtle Rock smalls is in Turtle Rock, so there's just one more Turtle Rock.
True. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we found one in Mini Moldorm, we found one on Bottle Merchant, and then we found one in Chomps. Yeah, so there is only gonna be one more that at least we can potentially have access to.
Or seen escape. It's interesting because the back of escape is locked by either Hyrule Small or Aga 1. But if Marty doesn't find anything, then Zelga can always steal the key later. Right,
yeah. I didn't see the last time that Marty saved to quit either. I mean, he also could have just, if he doesn't find anything here and he had the ability to escape something, then we're also good too.
It's still on 3 hearts too, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, the early health situation has certainly been quite rough. Like Goomba, actually went to the big fairy, one of the fairy fountains, actually refilled his health. We just kind of seen Zelga trying to, survive East Death Mountain from the Tektites because he was on kind of like one hit KO and type of thing.
I don't know why it is, but a lot of times when I'm running co-op, one person finds all of the health and the other person is just
You're not wrong. It's not
like an even split. It's like a blot and none.
Yeah, I mean, so often you kind of see, I remember a lot of, I guess League has been, certainly the biggest co-op, esque type of tournament, and like so often you see the end screens, right? Just like one person's on 6 hearts, 7 hearts, one person's on 13. You're just like, okay, thank you. All right, Alaszun, yeah, really putting that cape to use. It is, Spiral Cape is in logic with the Pearl. That is kind of still out of logic, but yes, like you are, because in this case you can't defend yourself as a bunny, but in theory you can defend yourself with bombs and Pearl, which bombs are never in logic for, so.
And Zelga's had plenty of opportunities to mirror and go into Turtle Rock and just It's not on his mind at all right now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it sounds like, I mean, again, this is the benefit or curse of co-op, as our Marty has found a hammer and a glove, especially a glove up here, so that actually might be kind of his priority.
Yeah, he's hightailing it over to pick up this glove and the hammer. So it's not that Zelga and Dr. Marty haven't been able to profit by not having the Moon Pearl, but they are gonna have to backtrack a little bit. But being up that glove and hammer is pretty big. So
yeah, oh yeah, for sure, yeah. I mean, this is kind of how end up like regular rando, crosskeys, co-op crosskeys kind of happen. Like you go into, because there's so many different decision points. You make one choice, your opponent makes the other choice, and you still end up getting, probably more often than not, your own type of like major ticket progression items. So you can still do stuff. It's just that sometimes, depending on what you end up getting, one side could be a bit more efficient maybe in the early game. One bit could be more efficient in the later game. Yeah, and see, like, I mean, it could just be, so yes, like Alaszun and Goomba right now are definitely up that pearl, which again is extremely major for them. But I mean, we got the hammer, we got the glove, we got the pearl on
and here's
the Marty
Alaszun
side.
inside of Ice Palace, where Zelga and Marty, when they get here, will be able to clear it in one go.
Oh yeah, actually, where do we find this fire rod? I totally missed.
That was at the entrance of Thieves Town, which again Zelga wasn't able to do because he didn't have
a bunny.
the
Right.
You also see them pause a little bit while occasionally like trying to figure stuff out, which is not something you'd normally see in races. But when you're communicating, trying to figure out where to go next, sometimes you just have to kind of, the other glove is in Ice Palace.
Amazing.
Huge.
Oh my gosh, dude. Very understandable. Yeah, for Alaszun just to note that. I mean, it's not like his equipment set is really super great in order to... Yeah. But yeah, like, I mean, but that is their first glove. That is their... yeah, you kind of saw how fast, Zelga kind of beelighted over to go get his, glove and hammer. But I mean, like, yeah, with the glove...
I mean, Goomba's right there. He's in the dark world version. So he gets to go right in.
Yeah, maybe Goomba slightly, regress his kind of like preamp position. Or no, never mind. We're all gonna go into Dark Shopping Mall. Yeah. So actually, this is gonna be quite good. Just because, yeah, as you mentioned, we just be able to get it right now as soon as we go get that glove. All right. Well, Marty did find the entrance of Turtle Rock here on West Death Mountain. Unfortunately, no cane means that we can't actually traverse over to, well, at least Chomps.
Yeah.
Oh, we're so close, dude, and yet we're so far away.
Oh no, Goomba needs...
Oh, he does a fire rod for what it's worth. He gets a bomb though.
They're dropping bombs, so if he can keep getting those bomb drops.
Amazing. Yeah, I think he just maybe wants to save some of his fire rod shots, which is, understandable.
It looks like we're seeing a key steal from Alaszun here. He's gonna go check and see what the back of Escape has. I like key stealing this. You're getting what, 3 over 2 if you just check the map chest and then
yeah, it's very in terms of like density, especially this early, and you kind of, in this case, like again, you have a co-op partner to help you in this case. If you end up finding nothing, like you also have the option of going back to Zelda self if you really need to.
All right, so there's the well. That means I think Lumberjack is at the pyramid, but here's 5 items for Doctor-Marty and Zelga.
Yeah, very much open now with the separate glove that he ended up finding versus Alaszun and Goomba.
Right. Yeah, I don't think either one of them been. Maybe they have been to the ice rod area, but they don't have the fire rod, so they can't address it.
Yeah, I'm actually I want to say that neither of them have been over there quite yet, but but they might be more incentivized now to go over there with, well, in this case with the glove, because you can at least get that one entrance, right? All right.
Still no fire rod though, so nothing in the back of Escape. So Carlo Castle is just a bust.
Yeah, I was also thinking, man, maybe we could actually go get, bombos or something, to help us get into Ice Palace. But we also need that
Sword.
sword. Yeah,
Yep.
we're looking for the swords as well. Sword, boots, anything that's nice to have that gets us a little bit faster movement. I mean, okay, I can't complain about the flute, right? Flute and
Right.
Crosskeys, mirror and Crosskeys. I mean, these are
Those are
like
two
major,
huge
yeah.
items. Yep. And Moon Pearl would be the other one, which Doctor-Marty and Zelga we're 32 minutes in, still don't
we're
have.
trying. We're trying real hard.
Goomba has found Thieves Town, though. I haven't seen anything good in the front quite yet, though.
You may not think that Zelga and Marty are tried, but they are. Don't worry. The progress comes in different versions. We're actually seeing Goomba in this case check, presumably only catfish. I'm not sure if he has enough stuff to Insilla.
He did Zora already.
Oh, right, okay. Okay, so this actually just might be a catfish check.
Yeah.
Dude, do you see that aim with the arrow hitting the dead rock? I feel like, okay, you know what? Bow landmos is definitely one thing. I think bow dead rocks could be definitely another thing.
Did you see what I just saw on Marty's side?
No, what did Marty
The last turtle. There's the last turtle
rock.
Oh,
really? Oh, well, all right. Go, Marty. Go, Zelga. We can do this. We believe that you can find the pearl. Please go get the pearl. We're finding also like 1 million GT small keys. It seems like as well. We haven't obviously found GT, but I mean, its entrance, we can just stumble across it randomly as well.
Picking up that heart container there.
Yeah,
might want to remember to get the switch. Grab the switch too there.
He is certainly not going to be the first person, nor will he be the last person if he ends up forgetting to hit the dam or draining the thing. Oh, we found a sword! It's bolt! It was locked!
Where was it?
It was on library, and the old man rescued.
Oh no!
Oh man, I want. Can we start with boots? Thank you. Ooh, Goomba. Trying to Insilla, I guess going through the whirlpool doesn't actually look like he quite got it.
You see him sink a bunch of bombs there.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of resetting his Insilla.
Yeah, it makes a good amount of sense. Yeah,
the
so I
tease
think one of
the sword is always the worst.
Dude, it's but I mean, at least for what it's worth, like we can't. As soon as we go get boots, right? And especially, I assume in this case, like Alaszun and Goomba are gonna go get their flute relatively soon. I mean, it is so fast to be able to get back to, or even soon.
Alassun's got it. Alassun's got the flute.
Oh, right. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. But I do think, like, I mean, just kind of judging where the pearl is. We're really in this case hoping, which is in Vanilla Bicky Chest of Turtle Rock. We're hoping that Zelga and Marty are gonna go there, hopefully sooner rather than later. But like, I do feel like it's probably a bit easier for Alaszun and Goomba to kind of get, to the top of the pyramid to get their mitts and hammer. So, not that sorry, Zelga and Marty can still do a lot of things, but it's not like they're not on a timer, right? Like,
sure, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was worried there was too many negatives in that sentence.
No, I got you. All right, see, left side of desert. Let's see where that comes from. I think Zelga's gonna steal the key here since Marty already did the front.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Very, very reasonable. Yeah, you don't have to.
Potion shop's location up there on Dark Death Mountain. That's a rough one.
Good point. Everybody's on a timer. I understand. This is a race. I even heard so far as that the team that wins actually is the team that uses the least amount of time to finish the seed.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Novel concept, yeah.
Yeah. All right, looks like Goomba's gonna clear out the front of the castle on the other side. We see Pod.
Oh, we actually do see Pod. Okay, interesting. So Alaszun does not have the bow that, at least, Goomba has. I don't know, again, how capable or how willing he is to try and sequence break out the bowlock side. He could just actually have Goomba do it. Just get shooter room. He also doesn't have the hammer, of course, so, even doing the bowlock side isn't super appealing. But, of course, we do have one small key. We are not going to go spend it, though. We are just going to leave and have Goomba do the rest. That's fine.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but you can actually see in this case just some amount of minor efficiency, well, or not minor efficiency, right? Alaszun found his kind of way into Dark Death Mountain, and he's going to be able to combine the Light World and Dark World checks.
And get that bell right
And
there.
get that, yeah, actually.
Go right back in. Go right back in the pot.
I completely forgot it was the here. That's right.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, is he gonna go back then?
Yeah, it makes sense too, right? There's 4 checks that he can do now.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, we are getting to the point of where we, as a viewer, need to see some progression because we've seen most of what everyone can do.
Yeah,
it might be deeper in ice. That's also a possibility.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I don't think we found any more access to like Hera. That was another dungeon. I mean, no hook shot, no big key. It means that we really, I mean, big key obviously is needed for a logical progression, but like with the hook shot, you can also at least just go beat the dungeon.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are kind of like running out of stuff to do because I mean, even though we've kind of already seen combine all 4 screens, we can do. We have traditional Dark World access. We can get further into dungeons and such, but. It doesn't actually look like there's more access available to us individually. Alright, yeah, we're gonna see, you know, just, I mean, something a bit more minor. You know, Zelga doesn't have the pearl. He can bunny revive. That's fine. Get into his regular Link form. Or, sorry, yeah. But, you know, Oh, he doesn't have a pot small, actually.
No, but he does have the hammer, so he can make his way around.
True.
Doing the bow side. All right, both side gives us a big key to Thieves Town, which we have seen. We've also seen the Thieves Town small. And there's a swamp. Oh, the swamp small. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Are we diving Swamp Palace without the hook shot? I mean, you know, it certainly does not preclude.
We can't.
We can't because we have no
flippers.
We don't have flippers yet. Right.
We know where they are, we just don't know the entrance to get them.
Yeah, that's right. We haven't been able to get up to the mountain quite yet.
They're inside Spec Rock.
Okay. So we need a connector up there. Gotcha.
Alright. I don't think the well really had anything. And look where Marty is.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna find the pearl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think he's... Oh no, he's skipping it.
Go back.
What?
Oh, you know what? Okay. He's gonna get his crystal roller. Sorry, he's gonna chomp TR small key. Okay. And then he's gonna be like, okay, all right, I have 3 TR small keys. Surely, you know, he can go back and check Lava Chest, right? At this point.
I don't know why. I mean, with 2 small keys, I'm skipping the key. I mean, with you know, with 1, I'm skipping the key if I don't have a way to kill the chomps.
Oh no, I see the mirror. I don't want to see the mirror. Oh.
No, this is fine. He's gonna go back in.
Okay. Oh, it's actually, yeah, you're right. It's actually probably faster too to just mirror over and then just retrace the steps as opposed to going all the way back through like the pipes.
Do you think they feel good or bad about that?
No,
location?
I do not. Okay, I do not think they will ever feel good. Given how accessible this was. Now, how bad they will feel is maybe a bit more up for debate because, like, maybe if you into Kakariko got the TR small first, and then, you know, like, you ended up... But I don't necessarily think it's a place that you're rushing, per se. You know, so maybe they don't feel as bad, but it's not good.
He almost died. All right, we're going to see Zelga flute over to 5 here shortly.
Yep. All right. Well, okay. So at 40, almost 41 minutes, Marty is the first one that has traditional Dark World access from everybody. Alaszun and Goomba are still missing their hammer from the top of the pyramid, as well as their mitts, of course. For Zelga, though, is going to be, you know, surely following in Marty's footsteps to be able to go get that pearl.
I'd feel pretty bad about that pearl.
I do not blame you 100%. Like, it's very, very understandable. I'm just kind of hoping, you know, that maybe they don't feel, you know, as bad as it might kind of look, you know, or seem.
I think Alaszun is on his way to the pyramid, and he'll be able to check the Agate 1 entrance because it's got the cape, and then he'll get that hammer and glove information. They'll have mitts, and they'll have access to like the mire area with everything, and do a lot of different stuff.
Right. Actually, yeah, I completely forgot about the miner here, actually. And then they can also, I don't know if in this case Goomba or Alice ended up checking the desert place. I know that like Marty and Zelda have, but I mean that, again, that's another option for them as well. Yeah. I mean, with basically all the stuff that's kind of like up on the pyramid or at least top of the higher castle, it's, yeah. Things are gonna look certainly gonna be a lot better here for Alice and Goomba.
A magic bat check from Goomba. I don't know if we saw that from anyone else.
I think Zelga did it like pretty early
okay.
when you were trying. Yeah, just a hard piece. Suddenly, everyone's very healthy. Well, except Marty. And this is exactly what you said earlier, right, Fear? It's like one person has like 8 hearts, 9 hearts, and then the other person has like 6.
Yeah.
Or 5.
That's how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm gonna check the back of Blindside because Marty was in here but wasn't able to lift up a bomb.
Right. I think it was actually just a map here, but I don't quite recall.
Good memory.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, it's it's a map to Ice Palace, which is not. Oh, okay. No, it is completely useless because I think everybody looked like they talked to the bomb shop dude.
Yeah.
All right, this is gonna be suddenly it's like, oh yeah, all right, Goomba, I've got Norreal Dark Lords, I've got myths, and then Alasun's gonna go check the right entrance of Firecast and be like, Goomba, here's the hammer.
Yeah. So the big piece that Zelga and Doctor-Marty are missing is the fire rod, which is in the front. Oh, look at that vanilla.
And
the fire rod in the front of Thieves Town, and then of course the other glove in Ice Palace, which I think they'll get sooner rather than later once they pick up that fire rod.
Yeah. Especially I think with the regular Dark World access, they'll probably kind of make their way back there. Stumpy, just Dark World stuff, right, is gonna be pretty useful. Oh yeah, actually with the fire rod, actually good reminder as well. Goomba here is in the back of Skull Woods, which is definitely an option.
The one player.
Oh yeah.
Without the hammer. I guess Alaszun doesn't have it quite yet, but he's about to have it.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing in Castle Tower. And I feel like every time I see Doc, he's always on 2 hearts or one and a half heart.
Yeah. Sometimes you wonder, right? Like if Zelga's even telling him about any safeties out there. Marty's done such a good job for Zelga. Marty's the one who found the glove. He was the one who found the hammer. He was the one who found the pearl. Yeah. Zelga, what has he been telling Marty? These days apparently, not the hearts for sure.
All right, here's a hype cave.
Okay.
Which we haven't seen yet. Nothing from the gangster. We got 4 more checks. There's a heart piece. Nice refill.
Finally.
Hera small, which we could do. We know where Hera is. There's another pod small, and then the big key to Eastern.
Oh,
that's a big one.
It is. In fact, for the team currently known as the Spoilers, definitely not the Eastern Skippers, with the bow and Eastern Palace big key, it has become fully dippable. So then, Zelga, of course, certainly knows where it is. And of course, with the Pearl, they can. In fact, they'll get that.
All right, with the Thieves Town big and small in hand for Alaszun, now it's gonna.
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. And I guess we don't know anything about Thieves Town right now as a crystal or pendant. We do have eyes on the 5-6 and the green pendant. So
I did see Eastern. Eastern is a crystal. We saw that from Alaszun's side, but we don't know any other pendants yet. The desert is a crystal. We see on that.
Okay. Good to know.
Zelga there, a little C. You see how things slow down too, right? Like the first 30, 40 minutes is just like information overload. You're just trying to figure all of it out. Mm-hmm. Parse where you're supposed to go, where's the logic, because again, you're not seeing everything, so it's all communication. Like when you're doing normal Crosskeys, you can put things and put the pieces together as you see them, but you don't see everything. You have to rely on your partner to relay that information, and it's got a trigger in your brain like, oh, I've seen this or I've seen this. This puts this in logic,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, right. When you play solo Crosskeys, oh my gosh, Boots and Thieves Town. Amazing. All right, well, we can go get that sword as soon as we go finish up this dungeon. Yeah, but I mean, but you're absolutely right though. You know, it's because you can go at your own pace in Crosskeys, right? You know, worst case, like you can, you know, at least like pause a bit, right? And jot things down, you know, do whatever you kind of need to do in order to, you know, keep things in order for yourself. But especially kind of listening to at least like early on for like Zelga and Marty, at least I've heard a lot of like, you know, stream of conscious type of thing. Like, okay, I found this, I found this, I found this, and then suddenly you know, sometimes it could be harder to remember all the things that your partner has just told you to, right?
Yep.
You're also trying to focus on your own gameplay, and then you got another voice in your, you know, in your ear trying to tell you all the different things that are supposed to be there, and then suddenly you come up to the dungeon, you're like, okay, what do I need again?
Another castle tower, small.
Yeah, and this was kind of another.
Goomba was left without getting his glove.
Oh. Well, that's just a minor thing that we
again,
don't
right? Like you have that information, but it doesn't necessarily always register. It's like, oh right, you told me about this too.
Yeah, I mean, so like communication definitely is a very underrated piece. I mean, like everyone, okay, like when you first hear co-op, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I've got a partner. You know, certainly like we can do things together. You know, hopefully we can split up a bunch, and yeah, it goes faster, obviously more fun. Communication, though, I mean, just like anything else, you have to involve another person that you cannot control, right? Suddenly things become, you know, just a bit more variable. You can either even like forget, right, that oh, you know what, it wasn't map chest, it was compass chest. Okay, or you know more miscommunication. Maybe your partner says, oh, okay, it's in this chest, and then it actually wasn't in that chest, you know, type of thing. And
yeah,
things can happen.
Alaszun trying not to use that potion, but finally was the trigger.
Yeah, the problem with, I guess, not having another weapon that's like, I mean, so the cape will certainly protect him, but yeah, he can't really, you know, use the hammer, which is, I think, his only viable melee weapon. So I think he's just gonna try and take this, hopefully.
One more hit.
Oh my gosh, Alaszun! Oh, this is so scary.
He can take, oh.
Oh my gosh, dude. Clutch.
Clutch. Yeah. Rewarded with the book and a crystal. Nice.
It's actually quite the reward here for Thieves Town. Back at Thieves Town certainly had the boots, which of course, you know, we are absolutely going to be lighted for that sword afterwards. But also, yeah, we got a first crystal on the board for Alaszun. We got a book as well to basically, you know, help us get a little bit more access. Like, yeah, we got a lot of stuff.
Where was the Thieves Town big?
Great question. We saw it recently.
Yeah, I mean that's. Alaszun's the one, obviously, that has it, but I can't remember where that was. And there he is, beelines right to that sword.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, if we could have gotten a sword before Thieves Town, I would have absolutely.
Yep. Yep.
But unfortunately, we weren't that fortunate. So.
So it's safe to say that Alaszun and Goomba are in the driver's seat, right?
Yeah,
doesn't mean they're winning this race, but they're definitely in the lead.
They're certainly able to. Well, they have a lot of stuff open to them right now, and you know they are able to make progress faster right now than Zelga and Marty. Yeah, but as you said before, it's not that necessarily Zelga and Marty are trailing at this point. They don't have certain stuff that, of course, Alaszun and Goomba do, which is, you know, most notably right now Thieves Town Big and Boots, but doesn't actually mean that, you know, there's a lot more. Like, we need probably at least like 10 more things for Go Mode, right?
Yeah.
So there's certainly plenty
both
more.
It's both side of pod is where the Thieves Town Big was.
Oh, okay. Which means that Zelga must. Oh yeah, okay. Looks like Zelga has been too. And I think we saw Thieves Town Small Key was on Pyramid.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. And I don't think there was anything important in the big chest, but I mean, like, it's much better if you can actually just beat it, you know, with the small key in hand.
Right.
Alright, well, Alaszun, speaking of new stuff, we are in the mire area, and yeah, we're gonna be able to check a lot of stuff here with the mirror, and in this case, happened to be bombos that we ended up picking up from Bonkrock inside, which is just a shop, but I mean, one entrance, like, just basically marked off the list, you know.
Doctor-Marty gonna get his other glove here.
Oh, right, yeah.
And he can actually clear this out if he chooses to.
And he does know that it's 5/6 crystal too.
This is scary because you have no sword, you don't have magic. It's
I definitely agree with you that it is very scary.
Oh, there's the flippers. That's where the flippers are.
Oh, well then perfect.
Yeah, you might want to go back for those, Alaszun.
Yeah. I mean, like,
So-
it looks like Marty's at least continuing.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, there's crystal number 1 for Zelga. All right, so it's hard to tell what we need still because we don't know our pendants and our crystals.
Nice pod key and pod, by the way. Classic.
Of course. Swamp
Yeah.
is now not clearable because we don't have the fire. Don't have the hook shot yet, so we do need the hook shot. We're probably going to need Samaria for either Mire or Turtle Rock. Would be my
Yeah,
guess.
I believe you are correct. Because we know 2 of our pendants, right? I think no, actually, maybe we only still know 1 pendant,
There's no
which is
pod, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the chances of, I mean, unless in this case Mire and TR are both pendants, you know, like, we are probably gonna need Samaria. I mean, we could also still need Samaria for like GT right side too, for what it's worth.
True.
You know, like, there are other things that are Samaria locked.
I'm already having a little bit of trouble with the Ice Palace bomb jump. You know, something that people don't do as often. You know?
Yeah, and especially he's swordless too. I know a lot of people like to use the sword to try and line themselves up, and it can be, you know, a bit different. But it looks like, you know, Marty definitely got it. No boost to kind of bonk over the pit.
Scary there with
we're trying. Yes.
There's a big key. Ice Palace.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh my gosh, dude.
I'm sorry. I think pod or ice is gonna be a pendant. No, it's a crystal. We know that. Never mind.
Right. But it's kind of unfortunate that Marty is here, like, without, you know, certainly like the Ice Palace big key, right? And I think Zelga did not have enough keys in order to go back to Dark Maze, so. Like, he came in with 0 keys, right? So then, he was only kind of able to get the front of pod, which, you know, is a bit unfortunate.
And Iker or Trekker mentioning that silvers were in the pod big chest.
Oh, there's the bow and pod, and there's a small key to pod and pod.
Yeah.
What year is this again? What mode is this?
All right, so Zelga gonna get his boots here relatively soon.
I'm gonna be
Great
news. Well, he's got his powder out. Oh my gosh,
Okay.
dude, Zelga. Oh my gosh. All right, so Zelga is a way braver person than I am, because I would have like swapped to the cape and then, you know, gotten to the top of the of the room and then like entered, exit, and then just powder the thing from above. But no, Zelga we don't got time for that, you know.
Goomba on his way to get his boots and his crystal as well.
Yeah, talking about potentially dying though, you mentioned something about Marty always being on 2 hearts. Well, Fear, let me counter your statement, and he is on 1 heart.
He can pick up some in this room. There's 4 hearts.
All right, okay, we're back to 2. I guess you're still correct. Okay, you know what? All right, so Marty has been telling Zelga, hey, here's your glove, here's your mitts, here's your hammer, here's your pearl. Zelga though gets to tell Marty, hey, here's your boots.
There's the boots. Yep.
Assuming, of course, Zelga's a good party, which of course I do assume.
5 and 1. I'm gonna guess he's all right.
Yeah.
The pod key and iced tea, which is interesting because of where the ice big is. But
yeah. Oh yeah, that's actually true. I think is it in entrance? Is that 6 pod key locks?
Yes.
I think it's 6, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he does a big key off of the smith, which is definitely mitts locked in this case. So,
And there we go. Right
yeah.
to it. Right to the back. And Marty's
Marty's
having a bomb jump. It's just,
Marty's got the hardest job. I mean, you know, so there's a reason why, you know, Zelga and Marty's team name is called the Marty Carry. All right, like I mean, for all the things that Marty has done this game so far, he is definitely not, you know,
he has less hearts.
Yes.
He has no magic powder. He's got no cape.
Yeah, no sword, no boots. He's doing basically Ice Palace on the swordless. Now, I will say, for what it's worth, this is certainly not Animizer, but Marty's execution is like, you cannot sleep on it. It is very, very good, and he has done a lot of, like, be able to get through some really, really tough situations. So. I do see Alaszun, by the way, speaking of, going into the landmill fight, does actually have quite a few fire rod shots, kind of taking his time. I could not actually imagine us seeing any uses of the bow here.
No.
It's understandable.
Yeah. Definitely using that fire rod. Blue mail is a reward and a crystal.
All right. Okay. It's crystal number 2. Yeah, for Alaszun on the board. Goomba's gonna actually very shortly be able to obtain his first crystal. Now, keep in mind, of course, this is co-op. Both players need to cross the finish line, which means get all 7 crystals and then beat Ganon. And it is measured by total time. I mean, you can also think about it as average time too, but it means it's a factor. So just all the time basically combined between the 2 people.
Yep.
You know what else Zelga doesn't, Marty doesn't have that Zelga has? The cape.
Yeah, yep. And we've got 2 hearts going into Cold Stare.
I cannot.
Without a sword.
Yeah.
So,
Zelga, though.
does he have enough magic?
I cannot believe you. These blind fights have been so clutch. Both in Alaszun and.
I mean, Marty just has to leave, right? Does he have a green goo or something?
I think he does have one from Hype Cave. Hype Cave, Mini Moldorm Cave, one of those places.
He has a one-hit KO, right? Like there's.
Yes, absolutely. He does not have blue mail from Desert, and I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
I'm just holding my breath.
Okay, it's fine. Marty, again, phenomenal player to be able to survive in really tough situations. Yeah, just taking his time, which is, again, very understandable. We're almost there. We can do this. He's got it. Yes, absolutely. Oh my god! Oh, alright, we did it! Marty did it! Okay, you know what, let's just call this GG.
Yeah, that was good.
We lived, and as a crystal, we all knew that. Oh my gosh, dude. Alright, so what did Marty get out of Ice Palace, by the way?
Nothing. Crystal, he got a crystal. We are into Meyer, which I don't think we've seen, and we do see his crystal, so we are going to need
Mari. Okay, alright, okay.
Oh boy, that was, I can't imagine what was going through his mind there. That was clutch, that was tough, that was scary. It was all one-hit KO, and he pulled it out.
I mean, he nailed it. You know, this is why the team's called the Marty carry. All right, Marty. Yeah. You know, I think he had like, you know, the weight of you know, he's like Alice. You know, being able to carry basically the entire world and then some on his shoulders, and you know, still making it out.
Okay, so we do need the hook shot. We do need Samaria. Those are 2 items that we're looking for. We are going to need another sword at some point. We haven't seen GT, which I feel like is going to be a big area. Oh, there we go. There's Candace Samaria.
Oh my gosh. All right,
the purple chest.
Well, speaking of swords as well, yeah.
Yep. Coming fast.
That is perfect. But yeah, definitely in terms of so Zelga and Marty, soon to be, will actually be 1 sword up in this particular case. But it looks like kind of like Goomba and Alaszun, though, having basically done the entirety of the Smith chain, right? Getting Desert Palace big key and getting Kane Samari from Purple Chest. I mean, these are like, once they find Meyer, right, they're just gonna be able to. Oh, I guess we still need Meyer big key. Never mind.
Big key, yeah. We're coming down to like, we need the hook shot for sure. As far as items go, I think that's about it. We don't know about the ice rod yet, like Turtle Rock.
Right.
Crisper pendant. The one guaranteed item we do need is the hook shot, and then we need some big keys.
Yeah.
Depending on which dungeons are crystals, we're gonna find out some new information here with Alaszun heading to the back of Skull Woods.
Yeah, and I think like Meyer Big Key is probably. I mean, you know, Meyer Big Key, Eastern Palace Big Key, Desert Palace Big Key. Those are kind of big keys with, let's say, a bit more reputation, you know, to them, just because they don't lock very much stuff, but they are, so they can be quite difficult to find.
As long as Marty can survive and get here on 1 heart.
I cannot believe Marty's situation. Like, does he just like not get phased by this kind of stuff? Does he like thrive on this? You know, he is such a trooper. You know, normally, you know, after the Coaster fight, especially, I'd be like, okay, let me take a breather. You know, Marty is just trucking straight. Maybe this is actually his superpower.
Another sword on.
We found a sword on Makula.
Makula. Okay. Is that worth getting because it is one of our pendants?
That's a great question, man. I don't actually think we got a pet check for what it's worth, unless Goomba did, and I just didn't see. Oh no, we didn't have a book at the time. I think that was.
I think
Sorry,
without
Alaszun.
information, I think without the information of where the other swords are, I think it might be worth it. I'm not sure. We'll see.
Well, so like pot. Okay, so you can. Okay, I mean, I heard a lot of debate. So you can either get tempered sword, right? Because they're gonna definitely stumble upon the sword in Mire, or most likely. But Goomba also knows where silvers are. So like, would you just opt to get silvers if you decide to go back into pod, or would you go get that sword? Like I feel like you probably get one or the other, but maybe not both.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and it also probably depends on people's comfort. Like some people certainly would prefer tempered sword over silvers. Some people would be okay, on Master Sword, Samaria fight. Like, so I think it probably just depends. And and you don't really get to see in this case where your opponents are. So, but I mean, you can if you want to do like open up the race room. So if you maybe think that like your partner is like your partner has finished, you don't see any more finish in the race room. Maybe you think it's okay to go get like an extra safety. I don't know. We're gonna have to see.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, Marty now has figured out that silvers are in Pod Big. I don't actually know if there's much else that they.
There was the ice pick, which doesn't
Yeah,
want to go back.
that's also true. Yeah.
All right, so
Like,
Zelda
I
and
was
Marty
just
need to
there.
do the Smith chain to get both the Desert Big and then Kena Samaria. They still haven't found flippers, which Marty will be able to check pretty soon since he has the mitts and can flit over to the Mire area. So those are the things that they're behind.
Yeah, and just in terms of like stuff that's cleared, I mean, Zelga certainly dipped more time into Mire. We don't actually see it on the tracker because they certainly haven't been able to beat the dungeon. Now Zelga is. Oh, at least Zelga can go get his mitts. He might just leave. Yeah, with the mirror out, and he knows in this case where the Ice Palace big key is.
Makes sense.
Yeah, probably assumes to go get that with the silvers and then just come straight back. Or well, I don't know if he wants to come straight back, but he once he goes beats the Ice Palace, he will go check the big chest if he still needs to.
So Marty's on his way to get his boots. He's gonna go finish these down here.
Finally.
And of course, he's not allowed to have full hearts. Apparently.
No. And 3 is like such a luxury. Like, did you know that we started with 3 hearts fear in the game?
Right.
Yeah.
Alaszun and Goomba are in a really good spot, though. I mean, you look at the 2 crystals that Alaszun has is going to pick up his 3rd here. Goomba's going to pick up his 2nd. And they have, they have good information. I don't know where Mire was. Where was Mire?
No, Zelga definitely found it. That was the issue.
Yeah, that's where he got the sword. Okay, the Ice Palace big key not needed according to Iker. We just saw that from Goomba.
Yeah, and also like talking about kind of adding some icing on the cake. So like Goomba, being able to here do Ice Palace and he has Samaria.
Yeah,
I mean like
way faster with the boots with Samaria.
Yeah,
sword.
I mean, yes, like all these things. I mean, I have to give all the credit to Marty to be able to even like most people I think would have a very difficult time even finishing half of what Marty was doing at Ice Palace. But I mean, just like Goomba's life, just because he has so much better gear, so much more gear, is just gonna be a bit faster. And again, some of the time is going to be mitigated just because it is co-op, right? And so some of the stuff that maybe you end up spending, your partner doesn't have to spend necessarily because Marty in this case full cleared Ice Palace. Zelda doesn't have to do anything in Ice Palace. He basically full clear, right?
Yep.
So like, but it still doesn't maybe feel let's say great, right? To be able to still incur that kind of time loss. It's just maybe not as bad as it maybe initially seems.
Where is the hook shot? It's left side swamp.
Great question.
Vanilla, right?
Oh no, dude. No, dude. I don't want to see left side swamp. Alright, so it looks like the book is actually what was on
Trash. It was trash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh right. Goomba didn't have Alaszun didn't have the sword, and he checked Mambo's tab.
He checked it was a heart container, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. And at this point, even though Alaszun still has 6
Seven
hearts.
seven blue
Seven,
is
seven?
totally
Okay.
fine. Yeah, that's very reasonable. Yeah.
Especially for Bombo's tablet, like that is. I mean,
Mhm.
I don't know how desperate you have to go to be. I mean, maybe. I mean, like if you're maybe on 3 hearts green mail at the end of the game, and that's the only heart container you know about, you
Yeah,
probably
sure,
will
sure,
get
sure.
it. But
Ether to open up the Turtle Rock entrance. I don't think
all
anybody's
right.
come through there.
Mhm. Yeah, but as as you mentioned before, right? Like we're certainly, we have basically everything that we need, minus Ether in this case, to access, I believe, all the entrances. So, and we have not, well, speaking of, yeah, we have not
There's
found GT yet, of all
GT. There's the
places,
big key though. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Marty,
Marty. This
amazingly, I
is
think of all people, he might be the only one to have had the fire shield while he was here, fighting blind. Oh, no, Marty!
this
Which I
fight is
think
not
is...
free on Hammer.
Oh,
Oh
no,
no.
Marty! Oh, no.
This
It
is
is
where
absolutely not
there's-
free.
I think they know that the book is not needed. Come back later, right? Like
Yeah.
leave, get your swords.
Go
come
right,
back later.
exactly. Yeah, go get your sword. Go get your cape from Eastern. Like there, and I think the cape was, I think it was on the way. Like it was in Compass Chest or something. So like you can come back with a way
Yeah.
easier fight.
Yep. We see a vanilla 20 in the pod big key chest. The Crosskeys vanilla.
Nice. It always really kind of like saddens me a bit when there's like a 50-50 chance between, Vanilla Bicky Chest and Harmless Hellway and Pod, and then like, one team guesses right and then one team guesses wrong, and you're just like, okay, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Alright, well, Zelga is totally going to be here on Tempered Sword after this fight.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty cool.
Marty heading right back. I don't know if I agree with this. I don't think there's a need to clear Thieves Town right now. I guess maybe the location, but
I mean, if he literally just like flew right back or something, I don't know.
He flew right back. It's
mm-hmm.
the 2 spot in Dark World, so I guess because of the location, pick up the heart, man. Like it's not free. It's not.
He's got 4 hearts.
It's not free with a sword after you die, right?
All right, we got confirmation by fellow League team member on the spoilers, Shady, giving us a bit insight into what Marty is thinking. Zelga should have told him, by the way. He's like, by the way, no, this is a pendant. You can go do it later.
No, this is a crystal.
No, I'm saying like Zelga should.
Oh, just lied to him.
Yeah. But Marty, very fun. Again, we've seen him, on 2 hearts swordless, and now we've seen him on 3 hearts with the sword. Clearly, he can do anything. This is what I've been learning.
Yeah, do not doubt Marty. All right, so crystal-wise, it looks like we know our last. Oh no, we don't know our last pendant. It's either Hera or Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I don't think I actually have a map to either one yet.
Yeah,
I guess
we've seen the Hera basement key, but nobody's done it yet. So there's an option.
True, yeah.
We also have what Swamp is available.
The front of Swamp, yeah.
GT? Mm-hmm. Where is it? Where is GT?
You think it's in GT entrance?
I mean, think it's possible with I just don't know.
It could be still in Turtle Rock main. That is, we have not found Ether yet. Although, given how many items that are actually kind of locked in GT, I don't know. It's an interesting question. Because we've seen actually a lot of stuff, right, from all 4 runners, and we still have not found GT. Normally, at this point, GT probably has shown up at some point.
Pyramid Fairy, maybe?
Oh, true. But that would be hookshot. Well, yeah, that would be hookshot locked, yeah. But yeah, okay, so yeah, we got some.
You just have to go to Swamp to get your hookshot. So.
Oh yes, that's true.
that's
yeah, I mean, like we've seen 3 swords so far, so certainly Swamp probably won't be hiding a sword, right? It'll be hiding the hookshot.
Yeah.
Yeah, left side. It is always
completely vanilla. It's gonna be a completely vanilla.
Oh, you're saying we're gonna find the big key to Alaszun of some location to go back to the big chest? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so Zelga picking up that desert big key. He's gonna go check the big chest. I don't know if we've seen this.
Yeah, I also don't remember seeing this. Alaszun might have just beelined it to the boss.
Yeah, he definitely went immediately to kill Landma. So we do need the Meyer Big. We haven't seen that yet. And then if we need Turtle Rock as our last crystal, we'll need both the Big Key and the Ice Rod. Oh, here we go. Era Basement.
Yeah, and I think I want to say the Hera Small Key was in Hype Case somewhere, which I mean certainly was still very accessible, but yeah, like the appeal of coming back to Hera for literally just the basement after you found the Fire Rod so late is, you know, one check, that's the whole tile room ahead of you, you know, over all the other things that you've already done. Hey, look, there's a Hyrocast of Small Key, by the way, Meyer. I didn't catch that earlier. Alright, that is Goomba's Master Sword. So Goomba's on, you know, pretty, you know, nice Master Sword silvers. Honestly, I don't know how comfortable he feels with Master Sword Ganon, but, I mean, you know, if he's okay with it, and we never find that third sword, or the fourth sword, rather, you know, probably just go beat Ganon on this.
This has been a really fun race. Great way to kick off this bracket.
Yeah. I was gonna say though, it's very interesting that Zelga has actually used the Fire Rod here instead of the lamp. I mean, he looks very confident in his 6 Fire Rod shots to be able to
it's Zelga,
down. Right? You're right, yeah.
All right, so we do need the Fire or the Ice Rod and the Turtle Rock Big. Hera is our last pick according to our trackers. Again, shout out Ikir and both Ikir and Windfox doing an amazing job.
Oh yeah, these are some, I mean, Ikir and Windfox have been tracking for quite some time, and they were amazing at it, so thank you guys so much. I saw so many opportunities on Zelga's side to use the bow as a secondary weapon, you know, they are projectile weapons, you can actually hit Lamos from afar, Zelga, you know, keep that in mind. I know that, you know, you were just dying for this kind of advice, you know. So.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know, if you were too far with using only the tempered sword, so...
Spike Cave gives us ether, which gives us access to the Turtle Rock entrance, which is funny.
Wow. Are you going up there?
Spike Cave? I don't know. I mean, without any magic, don't go up there for sure.
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah. I mean, that's also one of the things about entrance as well. You know, so at least in the original game without entrance, like, worst case, if you run out of magic, you can just go to Super Bunny and just go get your big magic decanter. But here, yeah, you're right. You gotta go find magic elsewhere, you know?
Zelga about to get his Samaria, so that'll be good for them. Front of Turtle Rock. I don't believe.
Yeah, we definitely saw Marty get into this entrance earlier, but of course, certainly with nothing to be able to do here, like no Samaria, then he couldn't go any further. But yeah, Alasun's gonna be able to check 3 more checks.
Another pod small. I think we saw everything out of pod except for Helma.
Helma and did we get Harmless Elway? I can't remember. If we did, great. I mean,
I think between the teams they kind of split it up.
Okay. Oh, by the way, it looks like. Oh, sorry, I didn't. Oh, what?
Alaszun went the wrong way.
We did not fire any Fire Rod shots. That's the good news. Yeah, but it's hard, dude. I mean, it's hard to remember that we don't have the Fire Rod or the hook shot here.
Yeah, another heart container that Marty's not going to get.
That's true. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention.
Oh, he missed the fire. He missed the shot. No. Oh man.
This is the kind of thing that Zelga and Marty need to slow Alaszun down. This is the lack of hook shot. Oh, by the way, yeah. Speaking of Turtle Rock, Iker, you know, one of our trackers, mentioned in this case that Hera is the last pendant, so we are gonna have to go find that Turtle Rock Big Key and that elusive Ice Rod. Along with our, 5 different other ice rods that we have to go find for the game.
Still no hook shot. Come on, swamp. That's what I want to see. This is going to be the Castle Tower, Inferno Castle Tower vanilla check for Zelga, since this is now their first time being able to enter.
Yeah.
Clear it. Can grab both items since they have the 2 keys.
Right. Well, so you mentioned in this case we think it's Lumberjack back in Aga Tower. I mean, it is a pretty long investment. I think probably you're right, and we just get the 2 chests and leave.
It's Escape. Yeah.
Oh, it's Escape. Which we've
already
gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. And one thing I also did notice that, so Goomba also was went to go get Spy Cave in order to go get Ether. Kind of actually
Yeah, I
interesting.
think
I
we're
thought.
running out of locations, right?
Yeah, no, I think you're probably right. This is actually gonna have to be something.
Or it's swamp.
Or it's swamp. Yeah. Nobody wants to go swamp, without the hookshot.
Yeah.
We don't even, I mean, yeah, a hookshot also gives you Specky Club, which gets you in swamp a little bit faster, but like, we really want that hookshot, so we don't have to do left side twice. It is not TR main!
Don't need ether. Don't need ether.
No. Oh. So where is anything? Is it in swamp? Is that where we're headed?
Where is? I don't remember where swamp is, but
Swamp was super early.
Seems like the play here. I mean, we do see that Alaszun and Goomba have got a pretty comfortable lead. Both have 4 crystals to the 4 total that Zelga and Marty have now.
Well, I think for what it's worth, like Zelga did finish Desert, I think. Yeah. So then Zelga has 4 crystals.
Okay.
And Marty.
No, he's got 3. Skullwoods is a pendant.
Oh, pendant. Right. Gotcha. Yeah. That's right. Good point. Marty is attempting to use the bow, but he has the wrong bow. I don't understand. Like, so why did you go to pot earlier, Marty? This is I know your LR buttons work. Okay.
Here we are, Swamp Palace.
Goomba.
Also,
yeah, that's right. This is what happens when we don't have the hookshot. We're just used to it for so long, right? And no, we actually have to go and drain the water like it's 2022.
2023. It was like last year that got approved.
Yeah, it was last year, like early last year or something, or late last year. That's the big key. Oh, oh my gosh, dude. What a bad location for that TR Bicky. It's all the way in the back of Skull Woods, this Fire Rod log, which is Pearl log, which is logged by all 4 TR small keys, like, holy, and then we have to go by basically all the way back. Did we find anything here in Swamp, by the way? I guess it just takes forever to actually get anything.
Yeah. That was the second check. I missed the first one, or the first 2, but nothing on the trackers.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume in this case there was nothing. Yeah, and then Goomba, of course, gets the absolute joy. I'm sure every runner, doesn't matter who you are, what mode it is, gets to enjoy doing left side swamp without the hookshot. Okay, nothing in TR big chest.
That was Alaszun's first.
Oh, is it really his first? Hilarious. We're already releasing the good bee. Zelga looks like he remembered. Then they say he does not have the hookshot. Is this gonna be the hookshot?
I'll take half magic. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's not progression, but it's not bad.
Alright, are we gonna see a classic Ice Rod on Laser Bridge? We're gonna see anything on Laser Bridge? We have 4 more checks. Oh, actually, we have not come out of Laser Bridge exit yet, right? We haven't found this yet?
But with the 4 Turtle Rock keys, it does put it in logic. Everything that we've got, so.
Yeah.
I don't think I take the exit. Unless, well, I guess we can't kill Trinex, so I guess you do take the exit. Never mind.
Well, I guess if you find the Ice Rod, if you found the Ice Rod, I assume maybe go fight Shrine?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, okay. I think that's fine.
Alright, we don't care about maps anymore. I think we have all of our knowledge. Although, this Laser Bridge is looking pretty...
There's the hook shot! Inside of Swamp Palace.
Oh my gosh. And Goomba even guessed correctly. We did is left side of left side swamp. Oh, what a... I mean, you were pretty close, Fear, honestly. It's here. Yeah, just go rush swamp. Alright, yeah, so with Goomba getting the hook shot there, it certainly, puts them in quite a good position.
Yep.
And then, of course, Alaszun having...
Pyramid Fairy, which is probably where GT is, right?
Yeah. That's certainly a very likely candidate. Because we really don't have any, like, very many locations. Like, we still have, like, TR Laser Bridge exit, maybe?
We are
Or
ice.
do we need to check the Light World version of
Or
that?
Ice Rod Go mode, right? Or no, we need the Meyer Big too.
Yeah, yeah.
You see Alaszun immediately enter Swamp, go get his hook shot as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
think,
but I mean, at this point,
Marty's
like,
gonna go get his TR Big, which will send him over to Turtle Rock, I think.
that's great. Yes. We are not going to immediately. Oh, maybe we just need to go in the right direction.
Hera Big.
Great. Marty is still on Fighter Sword, notably, by the way. I guess he's just not gonna get that Master Sword, at least like until we find Meyer Big, is my guess.
I think the Ice Big might incentivize Zelga to head over to Ice Palace and finish that off.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think the only thing that Zelga really needs to go do is just check the big chest, because Marty's already gotten everything else, and, you know, so he knows that there is nothing back there. And, I mean, like, it was like we saw that, you know, Goomba had a really nice, you know, time with Ice Palace, with all the stuff that he actually has. I mean, Zelga even has Tempered Sword on top of everything else, so it should be quite comfortable.
Yeah, I don't think Alaszun and Goomba have entered Meyer, right? Like I don't think they either haven't seen it or haven't gone in.
One of them has gone in, because I think that's where, like, so one of them has Skull as their Master Sword, and Goomba. Yeah, Goomba's the one who went in, because that's where he got his sword.
Off of the boss there in Swamp Palace. You know, I'm really curious about that pyramid entrance now.
Same. I mean, if you find GT, I assume you're just going in and just clearing, like, everything, right?
Yeah. I mean, we're 2 items from Go, so you just look at the 20... How many? 24 checks on the basement? 22 checks?
20... Yeah, 20...
4?
Yeah, 22... 3... 4... There are 4 chests up top. There is pre-Moldorm chest, there is Moldorm chest, there is the 2 mini Helma chests. So
23 in the basement.
Yeah. Right, this is gonna be, Zelga's picking up, you know, his TR Big Key, and as Marty is making his way to Laser Bridge, not gonna go find anything. But yeah, we're just basically kind of think at this point, Zelga and Marty need to, I think, do a little bit of dungeon cleanup, and also then make their way over to Swamp Palace.
Swamp Palace, yeah. Do you think Zelga has both Desert finished and Samaria, right? I think we can get those marked off in his tracker.
Oh, yeah. Oh no, Marty. See, this is the problem, you know? Marty is just used to doing everything on 2 hearts. Yeah. He doesn't know what to do with, you know, more than, you know, he's like, look at this. See, he's trying to get himself down. Yeah, exactly, to like 2 hearts so he can actually go and play.
All right, so where's this? This is maybe the bridge. Oh no, it's Laser Bridge. It's vanilla. Lovely.
Oh, how about that? Okay, yeah, I was actually wondering if we had actually checked this location. Looks like the answer is yes, so...
No.
Otherwise, we would...
I think there is no way, that's the only way to get to it. Is through the right side or left side.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. Looks like you're right. Alright, Alaszun gonna take down Ice Palace, Swamp. So this is gonna be crystal number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for him. Yeah, and this is already, and Goomba's already knocked down 5 as well. So making like very good progress early on Alaszun and Goomba's side. Meanwhile though, we're gonna now find out in 3 short seconds what Pyramid Fairy has for us. GT, probably GT. It is GT. Nice call here.
I mean, I think it was just process of elimination.
Yeah.
You'd see everything else. Had to be something. I think we're just gonna get our go mode here, right? There's the big key. Oh, Swamp Palace.
No, disgusting. Okay, disgusting. That's terrible.
I think normally when in Crosskeys you don't mind doing tile room, but since we're just those 2 items from Go, I feel like tile room is like one of the last things you do.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense too. And also, you know, again, like if you are literally just, you know, watching or looking for Go mode, you know, with your partner, you know, in co-op, like, I mean, you know, your partner can come back, right? If you can find Go mode like earlier, sooner rather than later, your partner doesn't have to go do any of that stuff. So,
All right, Marty into swamp now. And you just see, oh, there's one piece right there. So Turtle Rock is now completable. Just looking for that Meyer Big.
Okay, all right. So that means we found our ice rod. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about Hookshot Cave. We saw
Hookshot
that
Cave,
like
yep.
15 minutes in or something. Marty, by the way, still on Fire Sword. We also saw that he dashed through all those water tactiles and not being able to kill a single one. That is an indication of
Yep.
having no swords.
Oh, free tempered, anyone?
Wow, wow. All right. Well, that's so there were two swords.
Yep.
Yeah, that were boots locked. Okay, I'm looking on Zelga's tracker. He does not look like he has the Hera Big Key. I forgot where it was, but it was not accessible, yes.
I think it was in swamp.
Okay, okay. That's a small key to buyer. Not quite what we want. Yeah, but right now, certainly, like you mentioned this a little bit earlier as well, but Alaszun and Goomba are, firmly in the driver's seat. They have, quite the momentum, and right now they're just really just looking for their,
Yep.
they've got a lot of dungeons completed as well, and just kind of looking for their one minor victory.
Zelga and Marty is playing catch up. Basically, that Moon Pearl kind of put them behind.
Yeah.
And they've kind of just been playing catch up ever since, and I don't know where they're going to be able to make up time here.
I mean, so the Meyer Big Key could still be in
it could be nasty for sure. Yeah. Let's say
like,
it's like on Green Pendant or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was actually thinking just that, yeah, exactly. Like, like certainly GT is going to be the, like the common play. But I mean, I think we already saw the Ice Rod, so it is kind of required. But I mean, maybe Goomba decides to climb, and and then Marty decides to go kill Helma, and that's where the Meyer Big Key is, right? So suddenly, they then gain a bunch more time.
10 arrows. There's another heart container.
Is that the Meyer Big? No.
Which one?
Okay, the good news is that we have almost exhausted the rest of our big keys before fighting.
Was that Skull Woods big?
It was Skull Woods big, yes. It was so cool. Actually, is that all the big keys that we have left? Besides the Meyer one?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, okay, the next big key that we see is definitely gonna be progression. How it always works, apparently, in this game.
Where is it? Already on his way to get his hook shot. Zelga gonna finish up Ice Palace. Alaszun on his way to Pyramid Fairy to get to GT. They'll get him the Ice Rod, and then maybe the Meyer Big if it's here.
So I mean, like, right? So
climb.
I was gonna ask you exactly that, Fear. Like, would you send, like, would you recommend that Alaszun go just do the climb?
Someone's got to do it, and someone's got to do tile room too.
What happened to Marty? Wait, he had the hook shot. Marty, you didn't have to jump down. It's okay. It's just habit. I'm sure he was just autopiloting.
Yep.
That's what happens. It's pretty hilarious.
Another Meyer small bombs, and not in the basement unless it's tile room.
Yeah, good to be tile room. Well, we're leaving though. We're gonna go be Trinex. Yeah, okay, this makes sense too. Because if the Meyer Big is just literally on Trinex, then we don't have to do any of that stuff upstairs. Or tile room for that matter.
Yeah.
Man, this is the downside of not having to beat Skull Woods as to get the Master Sword, or not having gone to Meyer without the big key to go get, well, Master Sword or Tempered Sword. So Marty is gonna be beating Argus here on Fighter Sword. We need a key as well to go back there. I mean, man, Marty's execution has been, I mean, it's been very on point, but holy cow, has he had a hard time.
It's not been easy.
Just like low gear everything.
Alright, Goomba's on his way to pick up the Turtle Rock Big, which is in the back of Skull Woods. Zelga's gonna have a much easier Cold Stare fight than Marty did.
Yeah, just look at him, just firing off those. Yeah, Marty here was swordless, fire rod, no half magic, hammer,
one hit
like
KO.
Yeah, that one hit KO. That's where it was on 2 hearts. It was terrifying.
All right, it's not tile room, so I think Alaszun's got to climb, right?
Maybe he can start climbing, like since he's here. And Goomba's gonna go beat Trinex, and maybe by the time he's done, like, Alaszun won't be. Either he'll already be, into the climb enough, in which case it'll be a head start, or, he can just basically leave, and it won't be that long of a time.
I think him taking the death warp means he's climbing. I think otherwise it's just mirror, right?
Or save and quit, or mirror, or anything like that.
There he goes.
Alright, so Zelga here. I mean, I know that the fighter sword fight for Argus is not going to be as long, especially since Zelga is, going to have to go to the left side chest of left side swamp as well. But I'm kind of curious to see like how far Zelga, makes it through the dungeon before Marty finishes this fight. Oh, Goomba. Oh, not even gonna go beat Trinex right now. We're gonna go check the swamp big chest. Interesting. That wasn't GT.
Yeah.
It is just a heart container.
So what do we got? We got Trinex. We've got the climb. We have Skullwood's big chest now. We've got Helma and the green pendant. I think that's about it.
Is that, I'm just trying to think if there's other stuff. Surprisingly, we are actually missing like a good number of inventory things as well. Like we didn't touch. We haven't seen shovel yet. That's something.
Yeah. No mushroom.
No mushroom.
Goomba does have mitts, so we should probably get that marked too. We said that for a while. He's gonna steal a key here. I think the climb is probably the answer.
Yeah, I mean, like, just density-wise, right? Like, that's probably very reasonable. These are the 4 items up here. There is 1 on Trinex. That's, that Goomba's gonna try and get now. But I think after this, like, the climb is probably still the most dense, but like, all the other...
Oh, no.
Does he have a fairy? We don't have a bug net, right? Ouch, man.
Man, that's rough.
Because that was actually mostly through the climb, too, so... It's certainly a very not feels good moment, but we can kind of in this case see, like, I mean, looks like Alaszun and Goomba's got a pretty sizable advantage right now. Just in terms of like.
I mean, if you're rooting for Zelga and Marty, unfortunately, that's what you kind of have to root for.
Oh, yeah. But yes, I mean, like, we're definitely not, right, you're not rooting against anybody, but, like, I don't think Zelga or Marty would complain about giving, having a little bit of extra buffer time here.
Yeah.
Zelga, showing camaraderie with his teammate, also forgetting the hookshot potkey and swamp.
I think all of them forgot to do that.
Oh, it's so, this is what happens, when you find the hookshot in a left side swamp, right? You're just so used to coming back here. I definitely have the hookshot potkey because I already had the hookshot.
Alaszun and Goomba have no idea where they're at, and they've had to feel pretty good about how things have gotten. But they also, pretty much last located GT, which is very understandable, very reasonable to see. But that you do last location, and you're kind of like, oh no, what if they got here sooner? And then that death happens, and you got like, oh, this is where having a partner really comes to advantage. They can kind of like, it's all good, stay calm, you got this. There's the shovel, by the way.
Nice, great. Well, let me a little bit. Okay, we have one more location now. We can go dig up our big key, maybe.
Yeah, I think you just follow that up, right?
Yeah. Well, you have to at this point. Your partner's already in the climb. You're not gonna go do that unless you have to. So you can go check out something that your partner doesn't. You're absolutely right though about the mental aspect, right? It's like the soft, part of co-op. Like, like if you can plan it well with your partner to be able to split up the coverage, right? That's probably the best case scenario. But again, the communication, the morale, right? All of that stuff matters, and it can actually affect the whole experience and the whole gameplay. So.
He does have to be careful with his magic, right? Like, he does need the magic for climb.
Yes.
Oh, he
has a blue potion. Never mind.
Oh, that kind of.
Oh, that feels even worse then, right?
Yeah.
He had that.
Marty now on Master Sword.
Amazing, amazing. So 1 hour 36 minutes. Marty has a Master Sword. I think, pretty sure his like fighter sword came at like an hour or something. So it's been pretty rough.
Goomba gonna go check Helma.
Oh, all right. Oh, did we not dig anything up yet? Is that what happened?
Nope, didn't do the shovel.
Okay. Maybe we just don't believe in the shovel.
The pyramid drop down is, I believe, lumberjack, so it is an item.
Yeah, I mean certainly Alaszun is going to.
Yeah, he'll finish it up.
He's,
yep.
Yeah, he's pretty far. All right, Zelga and Marty are coming into GT now, and or at least Marty is. Where is Zelga going?
I think Zelga forgot his. I think he's setting up a mirror portal there.
Okay, this is when we can break out the Zelga be doing the Crosskeys emote, because Zelga, like his brain is like just grows 10x when he plays Crosskeys and routes. It's kind of scary.
Yeah. All right, here we have Helma. We're gonna find out really soon here. As we're running out of checks. The shovel is still available. We've got the Moldorm chest, whatever's after Aga 2. We have this Helma fight, and then of course we can turn that green pendant in. It is not at the top of GT.
Yep.
It is not on Helma's sword.
We did check Ped.
It's not pedestal, we know that, yeah.
Yes, it is just money, which at this point, we do not need.
Already
somehow
almost
Alaszun,
through.
Alaszun somehow is the only one who's like on 300 rupees, and everybody else is like in the thousands. I don't know how that happened. And Goomba's the one who even did Zora too.
Yeah. Looking good on the Aga 2 fight.
Yeah, they're actually very solid Aga 2 there. Okay, this is gonna be presumably green pendant turn in. I guess we don't have anything else to Castle Tower, or sorry, the top of Hyrule Castle in terms of connectors. So yeah, this is gonna be it's just only the mirror way in. Oh, we might get a teammate high five here on Alaszun and Goomba's side.
Yeah. If it's neither one of them, I think it's the shovel.
Yeah, I don't think we have anything else basically left after this.
All right, lumberjack is $20. The climb is not necessary. So green pendant or shovel looks like. Saha gives us a small key to Ice Palace.
Ice Palace. All right,
is it the shovel?
My gosh. Well, I mean, Goomba was the one who had the shovel for probably good like 5 minutes now, right? And that shovel was really hard to get because it was ice rod locked from GT. Yes, and Goomba actually checked Swamp Big before he.
Oh, Skull Woods big. We have Skull Woods.
Oh, Skull Woods big. Okay, that's true. We do have that one, which I guess Alaszun is doing right now. Who's gonna find Meyer Big first, Goomba or Alaszun?
The shovel. Oh, Goomba just gotta feel bad about that, right?
Yeah.
Like you immediately get the shovel instead.
Yeah. But... Gonna save yourself 5 minutes, or probably more than that, right? Because he beat Helma for nothing. He turned the green pendant for nothing. What else did he do between then?
I mean, those two things
just Swamp Palace.
Yeah.
He did a lot of things. But I mean, in some cases, it's not going to necessarily matter, right? Just because
in go mode. This shows you how important that early Moon Pearl was. It just put them in such a position to be the. Like, even if Doctor-Marty checks the shovel right away, they're still behind. Heck of a race, though.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, actually, just looking at like Zelga's side, so like he got the ice rod and he has TR big, right? But he's opting to climb right now as opposed to go beating, Trinex. So they just have sheer number of dungeons they have to still finish. Versus Goomba and Alaszun, they have already. I guess Alaszun still have to go beat Turtle Rock, but they just have Meyer and then they have GT left, or they have Ganon left. Or maybe Alaszun doesn't have TR left. Maybe he just has Meyer. I mean, they're super close to finishing both of them.
Right.
So.
Nope, he's hitting the neutral rock.
Oh, okay. Don't worry, Marty. Your temper sword will come real soon. I promise.
This is probably freaking out a little bit though, because he did the entire climb, he died to Landma 2, got nothing for it. You know what I mean? Like when you do those things, you feel like, oh no, just looking at the race. Like, oh, there's no way.
Yeah, and like taking a death, right, is just literally time that you cannot get back, right? Like, I mean, you can't like make it up anywhere. I mean, I guess the only way you can get it back is if your opponents died or did something very similar, but like, it is not something that is recoverable. Like, even if you made a wrong decision, right, and you ended up going somewhere, like, you can probably salvage a little bit of that just because you've had some extra knowledge, you got mercenary coverage from that, but I mean, like, yeah, it does not feel good whenever you end up dying. All right, well, that is Meyer Big for Doctor-Marty. Very, very, good on him to be able to check the media. You saw that Zelga didn't even check the other chest, right?
Yeah.
He just let him go.
Yep.
All right, well, what does Marty have left to do? He just has Meyer to finish up, and then Zelga is gonna go and beat Trinex, go beat Meyer, and then we go beat Ganon.
Yeah, so it looks like it's gonna be Goomba, Marty, Alaszun, Zelga, which would put.
Now keep in mind though, this is a best of 3 series, so this is going to be game 1. Game 2 is Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern, and so if things look like they're going to go the way that they are on his current trajectory, so Goomba gets rid of his sword beams, they will, Goomba and Alaszun will be up 1-0.
Yep. 9:15 to 40:54 moon
Thanks,
roll
Liker.
difference. That's a huge shot at Star Trackers, Akira, and Fox are getting this information, but like, that's just big.
Ridiculous. Yeah, it's 30,
really
it's over 30 minutes in order to do that.
We're not getting the 1-1, but on pace now to finish things off here.
He's got red mail too. I think, yeah, they both have red mail, so I don't really envision them dying. Ganon could, stop moving for a bit. Zelga needs the key. Where is he gonna get the key? He needs to go steal the Poke key.
Steal the Poke key. Yep, that's unfortunate.
It's also another not good feels moment.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
He can go to Chomps.
He can, yeah, that's true. Maybe that's where he's he's thinking. Where's he going? He's he needs. I don't know in this case if like he's trying to talk to Marty or trying to maybe figure out like where that last key is, because he might have already stolen the key. I can't remember now.
Oh no, that's unfortunate.
Oh, what a very
a Chomps that he hasn't gotten.
Alright, well, by the way, that is Goomba's Ganon defeated. Get your GG's out in chat for Goomba finishing with an official time of 1:44.47. First one out of the 4.
GG's.
Big congrats.
Marty finishing up Viddy there.
Oh, there's a drop down. Gotcha. Right, that's the other one.
I'm pretty sure he didn't get the Chain Chomps one, but that's hard to remember.
Yeah, especially in this case if your partner's also trying to figure out something and it was so long ago, right? I mean, you talk about like bookkeeping, it's sometimes still hard. Like because we got these keys super early and then you're just like, you're trying to recall things, and yeah, it can be hard. Especially in Crosskeys also, where you have to go find a very specific key, and then you're like, okay, all right, let me figure out how to get there as well, in addition to, let me go get the key.
How stressful do you think the seed was for these runners? Specifically, Doctor-Marty.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, what kind of stress would you be, referring to? So like if it's like the actual physical stress that Marty went through, extremely hard. In fact, again, I want like like I want a massage, maybe a hot bubble bath, after Marty went through. Maybe this is how he thrives. I don't know. This is the training he goes through. Mentally though, I mean, I think I would really have to feel though for Zelga and Marty, just because like they got the pearls so late. I'm sure they don't think that maybe Alaszun and Goomba got their pearls so early, but getting the pearl like when they did is just not like it's probably not a much better scenario, like or not, for you. Yeah. Like it's harder to think of that.
All right, crystal number 7 for Alaszun, and Marty just has last arrow here to throw into the pig.
Yeah, you see him, again, taking damage, just to make sure he plays better.
That's right. Get your GGs in chat for Doctor-Marty. He's going to be our second finisher here.
Yeah, big GGs. So second place finisher within the 4 people. First place among him and his teammate Zelga. We're looking at a Marty did not stop his timer, but we're going to estimate that as 147.06. I'm sorry.
Stopped it, but it was definitely not.
Yeah. Well, he started again. It's okay. But, we can stop the count. We can keep counting the votes. That's fine too. Alaszun, on the Ganon fight, saw that Marty certainly is, well, most likely, I'm assuming he finished. He saw that Marty finished. Probably just gonna take his time to make sure that he doesn't die here, because somehow he's still on 7 hearts.
Yeah. Ganon stop warping. Didn't get silvers. Okay, so he's gonna have to do this silverless, but that's fine.
Oh, that's right. I guess they didn't go back to Pod.
Yeah, no real reason for him to go back.
Yeah, he did pick up Gold Sword that I saw right in Meyer in the spike chest before going to the boss. I mean, it does help you a little with just making sure that you end up getting the 1-1 for. Yeah. Yep.
He's got a comfortable amount of time though, since Zelda still needs to do Misery Mire here. But with both teams having someone finished, you're sweating a little bit, right? Like,
dude. Well, I was fun the whole game, but yes, like even more so, yes. When I've seen things in the race room finish, I don't know. I mean, okay, do you have the race room open the entire time? Like, do you close it at some point to try and like alleviate the?
It's tough when you have a co-op partner, right? Like that's the one.
Yeah.
That's it. Get your GGs in chat for Alaszun and Goomba. Jimmy and Jim Jang. I can't remember their actual name.
Jimong. Yeah, Jimong.
We're going to take game number 1. You mentioned game number 2 is on Monday, so you make sure you want to check that out. But we'll see if we can get these guys in the chat about this silly seed.
You mentioned before, though, this is one heck of a race. It's a ton of fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Looks like Zelga ended up throwing the towel, which is very understandable. So yeah, big GGs to the Marty carry for Zelga and Marty. Yeah, as you mentioned, hopefully we're gonna be able to get these guys in for a chat.
Yeah, GGs to them. Wow, what a way to start the brackets. That was a really fun seed. Fun to watch, for sure. I don't know how they're going to feel, but it was fun for me to watch.
Oh, for sure. I totally agree.
All right, we do have Zelga and Doctor-Marty. And looks like Alaszun is going to be joining us here soon, and Goomba. Get them all in here and start chatting about this the silly seed that they played.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Yo,
GG's to you all. That seed
Deeply
was
horrible.
That about sums it up, yeah.
Oh
Right, there's
my
a-
goodness.
So, I mean, the big thing was that moon pearl. You, Alaszun and Goomba, you guys got that, like, I don't know, Edgar said 9:15.
Super early, yeah.
Zelga and Doctor-Marty, you guys got it at 40:54. So,
Yeah, that
with
sounds
all
about
the
right.
bunny walking that you guys did, you ended up having to backtrack and do a lot of stuff, and that just kind of put you guys behind. But overall, the seed was just, I don't know, late sword, boots in Thieves Town. I don't tell me how you guys were feeling about how everything as you went through it.
All right. So the seed said, "All right, I'll bet you nothing can suck more than me." And I was like, "Hold my beer."
So let me ask Alaszun and Goomba, when you guys found the moon pearl where it was, knowing that it's like behind for TR Smalls, what was your thought? And then same question to Doctor-Marty and Zelga when you found it, when you did.
I think my comment was logic is going to be a mess here.
I think the exchange went something along the lines of pearls in lava chest. What?
That's very
Like,
understandable.
it's not like we've been flooded with keys. We had one key, and I'm just like, I found Turtle Rock right. I should probably do these 2 checks. Oh, I just realized what the Turtle Rock key was that Goomba didn't get.
Yeah, and then Zelga and Marty, what do you guys, when you hit the, we was like around the 40-minute mark, what were you thinking about that moon pearl?
We kind of knew we were sunk as soon as we got to that point. Like I found that Turtle Rock East entrance immediately, like 3 minutes in.
Yeah.
With nothing but bombs. There was no way I was gonna do chomps with just bombs. So I was like, well, let's go out the other side. And I saw I went to K45. I was like, okay, well, we'll have that in track for later. I don't think it hit us that chomps was even logical because of that for quite a while, even though we had the bunny walk path down to K45. And then the whole 4 keys, and we got our 4th in TR chomps. It was,
Where was Bombos again?
I didn't even think about that.
Bombos was the
in the
Mire
area.
entrance.
Yeah, it was the desert
area.
entrance. It was the desert
It was in
entrance.
desert entrance. Is it? No, never mind. You needed mitts for that. Okay, yeah, no. I was trying to figure out if it was possible that the Samaria could also get you there logically.
Right,
and then realized,
and-
no, there's no way that because you needed either Fire Rod from C-shaped house or you needed the Bombos from Desert Entrance, but Book was on blind and the glove was in Ice Palace, so
That was your first
Ooh.
glove. That was Zelga and Marty's second glove.
Yeah.
Let me just say, Claire Mouse can talk about this a little bit too as well. Doctor-Marty, are you averse?
Yes.
Are you adverse to having more than 4 hearts at a time? And
How about 3? How about a sword? How about any safety, Marty?
and then that cold stare fight. Just what was going through your mind?
I can certainly understand why everyone out there might be confused about my unwillingness to heal or take any sort of safety. That was, I was kind of much of an in too deep kind of situation, and I thought, I'm going to have to do it, and if I do it, brilliant. If not, then I've lost this race. But, no, it
was impressive.
During the fight, like, it was, one of those moments where you're just like, you actually are calm, you get your breathing under control, you just, like, say, okay, take your time, don't rush, you'll be fine.
nice
But
one,
the
Zelka.
minute- But the minute I finished, my hands were shaking so much, I had to tell Zelga, just, okay, don't tell me anything for a few minutes until I get my heart rate under control.
Wow.
Goomba's sitting there when I'm like on 2 hearts with the last 2 hits on blind, and I'm like, Goomba's like talking to me, asking me questions, and in turn I'm just like, shut up.
Alaszun, let me ask you this: were you guys feeling okay? Did you feel like you had it in hand, even though?
No.
Okay.
No!
Because you did the climb, you died to land mode, and I imagine at that point, it was a good thing that your mic wasn't coming through. And then you do the climb, and you get nothing for it, right? Like,
In a way, I was almost relieved nothing was there, that I just kind of was wasting my time. Like, hear the other version of it where you fight it up there and Goomba's out there like, I'm gonna go kill Helmasaur King and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, if I hadn't died in the climb, you would have just been done like 3 minutes ago. And yeah, I'm gonna feel so there was actually a little bit of relief there. And also it meant that we were down to some pretty bad options at that point. And so I could feel like, okay, you know what? We're not in a great we felt good about the early game, and I think that's about the last point this race we felt good.
yeah.
Hey, at least you guys had an early game.
Yeah, I think the main difference there is we felt bad during both parts of the game.
Yeah. I felt pretty good about the glove in Ice Palace until we found the other glove and the hammer just sitting next to each other. And I didn't feel
felt
so good
fine
anymore.
until the hammer was also there, and I'm just like, oh, come on. And also the castle tower entrance had nothing that we needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I
no
almost
part of
went there.
Yeah.
When I
Goomba was
came
like,
out-
should I go there? I'm like, I have a cape. Like, maybe let's wait on this a little bit.
Can I just say,
Yeah.
I just want to jump in and just say it's a testament to how ridiculous everything there was that none of us have even mentioned where the hookshot was.
Oh, right. That's like
I
the most
mean-
boring aspect of it. But,
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
That's how crazy the seed was, though. It was like, I was calling for someone to go to Swamp for a long time.
Well,
and,
there was a long time where it looked like we might be hookshot for Go mode. Like, because we hadn't map checked on a lot of this stuff, and it's like, if Hera and Skull are crystals, like, we're literally hookshot for Go mode right now, except we need Master Sword. And then I killed Smuff, I'm like, alright, here's a sword, we got this, and it was a pen, I'm like, okay, maybe we need a little bit more than the hookshot. And it turned out we needed a lot more than the hookshot, but... yeah, Oof.
Well, unlike
glad.
the group stages, you guys do get another race. So excited for
Yeah.
that. Excited for
I'm
that.
pretty sure the best indicator of how bad I was feeling about my execution this seed is that I picked up the butter sword on the way to Vitreous.
Yeah.
Yo, same.
I'm just like, this dude cannot be trusted right now.
Well, I got my butter sword before doing the GT climb while Marty was going to Trinex as like
You
our
had
last
14 hearts, Goomba? Are you kidding me?
What?
I hate you so much.
What am I supposed to do?
They're skipping the heart container in the dam at the start of the seed, like, la, I'm sure I'll get plenty.
That's
Holy
not
crap.
my fault.
I
Just
was
seeing your
trying
heart
to
count.
get...
No, that's incredible. 7 hearts, man. Damn, Alaszun, well done.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, Marty, were you intentionally taking damage so you would get yourself down to like 2 hearts so you could play better? That's what we were wondering
Sure-
the whole game, by the way.
Sure, let's go with that. That's
Yeah.
exactly what happened.
Goomba's like, you can get the red mail if you feel like it. I'm just like eyeing my heart. I'm like, if I feel like it, are you kidding me? I'm in like near Oko range on some of this stuff.
Yeah. Any other thoughts? Clear Mouse, any questions?
No, I mean this was a great race to watch. Sorry about your Pearl, Zelga and Marty. That was it was really unfortunate. But hopefully in this case you guys get game 2 and maybe game 3. Game 2 is already scheduled, I think, right? Monday, 2 p.m. Right? 2 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, 1 hour earlier than we played today.
Mhm. Yeah. All right. Well, best of luck to you guys, all 4 of you.
I would say Marty, Zelga, always a pleasure. Like,
Yeah, same.
I'm literally sitting there like,
Likewise.
we're gonna lose. Like, there's no way like we can get as unlucky and like play as better. Like, there's like these guys are so good.
I mean, we both had a lot of issues this time.
Yeah, I was saying, and I'm like sitting here like, yeah, I've been knocked out of Zelga by like so many tournaments. Like, it's been a few years, but it kind of was a meme for a while that somehow like we get to brackets and oh, here he is again.
I mean, this
Yeah, I mean,
was
honestly, the only thing keeping me afloat in this seed is that the entire time I was thinking, man, this seed is so terrible, this might have gone just as badly for them.
this was an interesting co-op seed. I feel like a lot of times you get those like very linear seeds where you don't have a lot of different options. This one, I felt like there was a lot of different places for everyone to go, and
It was
decisions
very
to make.
wide open. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Like this actually felt like a pretty interesting co-op seed in the way that it worked out. Which is good. I like those seeds a lot more than the ones that are just like you get railroaded into something and then you're just following the line of progression until the end. I think those are really boring seeds for co-op. And like I appreciate it just because like I like talking with Goomba, and so if nothing else, Goomba and I can chat through the entire seed and just kind of meme it up while we're playing through. But it's still a lot more interesting than seeds like this, where it's like legitimately you have so many different options. Like I'm sitting there like Goomba finds the ice rod in GT. Do I go rush that and say, hey, maybe the Meyer Big Key will just be on the way? Ha 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 ha. Should have done that. Or like, should I clean up all the stuff that we have open while we're waiting for Goomba to come through? And of course, then I almost popped up. I'm like, oh yeah, baby, Big Key on Moldorm. It's the
Skull Big, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
Skullwood.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah, Skullwood's Big was on Moldorm.
Well,
I was
GG's,
on
guys,
my
yeah.
way to check it when Goomba dug up the Meyer Big Key.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think those were our last 2 checks at that point.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Also, okay, you guys didn't do this. Zelga, Marty, Goomba, and I, when I found that ether, we were so starved, we were down to swamp and Turtle Rock entrance. Goomba's like, all right, I'm getting it, and grabs the cape from Eastern, because he has to beat it anyway. Then goes to Spike Cave and picks up the ether. It's like, all right, this is it. This is GT in the Turtle Rock entrance. And then I opened it up, and I'm like, this is nothing, dude.
That's kind of what it was for us too.
We just wasted
with
so
every
much
entrance.
time.
Yeah, I mean, I think Marty was going to Swamp as I was doing that, if I remember right.
We thought about it and decided that, you know what, we feel kind of bad enough about how this has gone that we're just going to index on this. And both of us just collapsed on it. And so when it was done, I'm just like, oh, come on, Kate.
Well, GG's to you guys. Zelga and Dr. Marty, GG's. I know this didn't go your way, but you got another chance on Monday. So GG's to you guys.
Yeah, big GG's. Always fun
GG's.
to play you guys, and
Yeah.
always fun to
always
do
fun-
go-up, win or lose.
Always fun to play this mode, honestly. Like, this is one of the only modes I've played in Link to the Past where I can actually feel myself like having to actively think about stuff the entire time I'm playing. Like, a lot of other modes, it's just like I'm on autopilot, just being like, yeah, go there, do the crystal, and actually like trying to coordinate good co-op routes and stuff is really difficult. Which has been a very, it's been a really pleasant surprise this tournament. Like how much skill expression there is in that space.
And Zelga, I think you could have got the TR key from Chomp still.
I couldn't remember if as soon as I found the pearl was
Left.
when I went left and I was gonna get that key from that pokey before the big key chest, I was like, I probably got it because I got the pearl. So I was like, I just had to bail. I didn't.
Yeah, but there was the chest at Swamp or at Chomps had another Turtle Rock key, but you did get.
Oh yeah. I wasn't thinking about that. Would have been much faster than what I did for sure.
Yeah, but that's super understandable why you totally. Yeah. That was so long ago. Why would you?
I was gonna have to backtrack to the pokey to get the key, but I was pretty sure that dropped down. That key at Thieves drop down was Turtle Rock, so I just kind of fluted to 3 and grabbed it to be sure. I'm not even sure that was faster. It just made me feel better than going to kill the pokey.
Yeah, I got to the try next door and I was like, I can't open this. And then I kind of panicked for a solid minute.
I thankfully had my panic when I was on my way to Laser Bridge, checking Laser Bridge for the first time, which was, I don't have a key. If there's an ice rod here, I'm going to be so annoyed right now. But thankfully it was complete garbage.
I think my panic moment in the seed was when I went into Saha's closet, bombed open the wall, lifted the pot, and I was like, yep, this is what I came here for. I'm done. And I just walked out.
Yeah, almost missed that glove. Yep. Well,
Alaszun said I don't need the Thieves Town key.
Yeah. GG's to Alaszun, Goomba. You guys getting the victory here. Get a chance to close the door on Monday. So GG's to you guys, and hope things are going all right.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for racing. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you for comms. Thanks. I know it was Iker and Windfox who did tracking.
Yep.
Yes, thank you,
so
Iker. Thank you, Windfox. Yeah. Big thank you.
I know this came on the schedule as kind of short notice, so I'm glad we were able to pull something together. Because I think this has been a fun tournament. It's nice to get it some exposure outside of the 216 stuff.
All right, I think that's going to do it. Thanks again to our runners. Thanks to our trackers, Iker, Windfox. Thanks to Claire Mouse. And I'll let you close us out.
Thanks, the Fear Agent, the one, the only. You are the one who created this entire tournament. It was all your idea. Unless you talk to somebody else, but I mean, you get all the credit for it.
Take the credit.
216 podcast, 216 podcast has been an awesome tournament. Looking really forward to The remaining top 4, yeah. So as mentioned, Goomba and Alaszun are gonna play Zelga and Marty on Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern. There is the other side of the bracket. Let's see, it is Schultzer and Tato facing off versus Humbug and Telethar. So that's gonna be at 3:15 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully both of them are gonna get restreamed. We do have full crews for them, so definitely looking forward to Monday's gonna be a lot of really fun times. And then I guess if there's a game 3, definitely look forward to that for the schedule. Otherwise, good luck, guys, on Monday. And yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching. It was a really fun time, and have a great rest of your Saturday.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you all. Have a great weekend.